Sports Radio 560 WQAM Miami Fort Lauderdale presents The Neil Rogers Show. To talk to Neil, call 567-0560 toll free for Dade and Broward or pound 560 on your cell phone. The opinions of Neil, his guests, callers, or anyone else on the show do not necessarily reflect those of WQAM, Beasley Reed Acquisitions, or the Beasley Broadcast Group. Now, Neil Rogers on Sports Radio 560 QAM.
It's Friday, you bastard.
The following is a paid public service announcement from the International Rifle Association.
Let's face it, most of us will never be rich. Hell, we probably won't even be successful.
Yeah.
It's pretty damn depressing. But, as usual, with every problem, there is a solution. Hi, I'm Jim, and I'm here to tell you a little something about handguns. They scare the shit out of people and intimidate them into giving you whatever you want. That's right, handguns. Think about it. Need some cash? Rob a bank. Don't have enough money for beer? Pull up a convenience store. Take some chips and pretzels while you're at it. It's all free if you've got a handgun. Some son of a bitch cheating on your girlfriend? Kill him. It's a simple solution to life's complex problems. All you have to do is wait the 5 days for it, and happiness is just around the corner. Hell, if you don't want to wait the 5 days, who cares? Buy the damn thing off the street. Just buy a lot of handguns. It's a great alternative to working problems out and can be considered a population controller. Yes, handguns. They just might make you famous.
So here's a little update on yesterday's Fisticuffs, Celebrity Death Sales Match Part 2. Comes to find out that Jerry Sarner and Lee Cutler down on the second floor of the sales office were throwing little girly punches at each other, and it took Ray Perry, the water Nazi, and Screw Ann to break them up. Too bad we couldn't have had...
Roy!
We would have done it. He'd have chased their ass out of there. Let's get one big Schwarzer in there. He'll take care of it. So nice going, Lee and Jerry, as we continue with the Fisticuffs here at QAM. We just had this great rating book, much to everyone's amazement, including mine. And how about that election, huh? Oh! Yeah! Woo! Nice going, guys. Best part of the whole deal is, here's one they couldn't steal because it wasn't even close. Not even close enough for them to be able to, well, you know, we just found these 200 votes over here and 150. Sorry, ain't going to work. Not this time. 32% said yes, and 68% said
No, 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 no.
oh! Yeah! Mayor Penniless. Remember the guy called a couple of days ago with that line? Now it fits perfectly to a T. Mayor Penniless. No more pro-penny park. No more sticking your hand in your pocket. And all you bus riders out there that think that you're going to get a free ride, to you, okay? Getting sick and tired of that crap. Everybody looking for a free ride. Get with the program, okay? If you can't afford to live here, move to like Tuscaloosa or something like that. So anyway, getting back before we talk more about that at much length. And, you know, some people would say, well, you know, you wasted 2.5 shows on this, banging away. You know something? I don't want to say I had a lot to do with the outcome of the election, but I got some of you bastards off your ass yesterday. 135 degrees in the shade, and we get almost a 30% turnout for a phantom election on the 29th of July, when half the town is out of town anyway. So if I had even some tiny little bit to do with it, all I can say is,
Neil, good!
Nice going, Neil. Thank you. And then I get home yesterday, and what am I watching on the news? But another one of these deals.
That's the American fucking way.
That's right. Another crazy guy who they couldn't nail 6 years ago when he evidently killed his first wife and mother-in-law. Well, they asked him a couple of questions. He didn't want to take a lie detector test, and they said, okay. And what a treat to watch the hysteria. You know, I'm flipping all around last night to get the election returns, and of course 7 comes on before anybody at 10 o'clock with a real newscast. And after they finished 15 minutes of hyperventilating, they had Miss Andrews up there in Atlanta, by the way. He was the first one to fly up because he didn't need a plane. But anyway, he was the first one up there, and they're hyperventilating. Bah, bah, bah. And, of course, Ricky Ticky is going bananas on this thing and giving all kinds of misinformation. Well, a bad day in the stock market caused this man to lose control and just blow everybody. How come a bad day in the stock market? If he killed his wife on Tuesday and the 2 kids on Wednesday, which they're now saying based on the notes he left, what did the bad day in the stock? Maybe it just put him right over the edge totally. Is that it? Maybe he just sealed everybody's face. And what I'm really confused about is, now we're back to it again, but they're not quite as hysterical. You'll notice that only 12 people got killed, 12 innocent people. Probably all 12 of them were really nice, good people too, you know, decent people. Not to mention, of course, the wife and his 2 kids, and not to mention the previous wife and her mother-in-law, who may have been okay 6 years ago. So there's 14 people, plus some of the other ones that are still fighting for their lives in hospital. Didn't quite get the play that the Kennedy thing got. That went on for like 9 or 10 days, and there's still some more crap going on about that. Seemed just like an ordinary guy, this Mark Barton guy. But they just, this is the way it is. We got crazy people that they can't convict, just like the thing they had on 48 Hours a few nights ago about the guy that killed 3 teenagers in Texas. And then the state of Texas, because they're so overcrowded with the prisons, probably with all those marijuana people, they're dangerous. They mandated that they let a whole bunch of people out of jail. So they said, oh, well, let's let him out too. He only killed 3 teenagers. And they let him out and he killed all those young women. And now here's a guy that evidently killed his wife and her mother 2, 6, 5, whatever it was, a few years ago. Who's counting now, when everybody's having a good time? And we just can't put him away. Just like Ted Bundy. He kept hopping out the window, hopping through the ceiling. There he goes again. We do a great job of law enforcement in this country, baby, right? We're doing it. Crazy people. And the neighbor said, well, he never stole a freight train. He seemed okay to us. So the good news is that the voters finally spoke here in South Florida. The bad news is this country is still a slaughterhouse, and everybody's blowing each other's brains out. Can't go to school. You can't go to work at the brokerage office. You can't go anywhere because we got a bunch of crazy people with guns. But don't get me started on that again, because you just can't. You can't fight the Wyatt Earp, Hopalong Cassidy, Gabby Hayes mentality. You just can't fight it. The Jesse James mentality, baby. It's as American as apple pie. We got a right to have our guns. Don't mess with our guns. Because when a rogue government comes in, yeah. So anyway, it's nice going as Mayor Penis takes it right up the old proverbial rectum yesterday. And it's a good thing that it wasn't even close to, because I would have felt really cheated. I would have felt hurt badly. I heard Hank say yesterday that he likes those short shows. Ordinarily, I do too. I love the short shows. In fact, a half hour today wouldn't bother me at all. But on yesterday was the one day I thought we really, as a public service, needed to be here the whole 4 hours. Thank goodness we didn't, because what a great Marlin game yesterday, huh? 12-1. Wait till you see the numbers for that. Oh, in a few minutes, by the way, speaking of numbers, we're going to have those 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. numbers, so we can sit here and flagellate ourselves over that again. And say, God, are we great. Man, are we kicking ass. Even with that real crappy April that we had, God, are we kicking some serious ass in this otherwise deadly town. I hear they're pretty good, is the rumor I'm hearing. 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. And with all due respect to my friend, well, I mean, that 2 to 3 hour, that's his deal. It's not our deal, okay? We're on 10 to 2, just like he's on 2 to 6, not 3 to 7. Public's distrust played major role. No kidding, huh? No crap. And now they're going to have to, embark on their less ambitious $7 billion transportation plan that focuses more on road construction than public transit, because guess what? It's a driving town, and everybody here wants to drive. They will not surrender their automobiles under any circumstances, as if doing that would accomplish anything anyway. Here's a mobile in Miami. Hello.
Neil.
Yes, sir.
How you doing today?
Great. Never been better, pal.
Fantastic. Happy Friday. Listen, you did a great public service for Miami the last 2 days.
Yes.
Campaigning against this
crap.
1 cent crap. And you did an outstanding job.
Yeah.
And nobody can say otherwise. How much money did Mayor Pinellas spend on campaigning for this crap to trying to get this thing pushed? And thank God that everybody came to their senses and actually showed up and voted no.
Yeah, like Carl Hyson said, $1 million of special interest money. He got that in about 5 minutes to put all those ads on there, all that propaganda, and they might as well have flushed it down the toilet for all the good it did. $1 million in no time, because all those guys were standing there just rubbing their hands together waiting for the fallout.
That's right. That's right. But you did a great job, Neil, and I appreciate it. And I'm sure that a lot of people here in Miami appreciate it also.
Thanks a lot.
You have a good one.
And back to you. Have a great weekend.
All right, you too.
God bless me. God bless me. There you go.
Neil, God!
Not that I want to pat myself on the back, but nobody else will. Nice going, Norman Brayman, by the way, and Richard Friedman and Dave Slater and everybody else, especially Norman Brayman, since he came up with the money. And, of course, we know Mayor Pena says anybody with money is a bad guy unless it's somebody on his side, unless it's Mickey Arison and his billions of dollars. Very jackass, by the way. He must, you know something, I wouldn't be surprised if he's got a little something going with,
Joe Zagacki.
Yeah. The two of them seem to be pretty tight based on that column that Barry Jackass has got this morning. The Chipmunk. The Miami Herald Chipmunk. I wonder if they throw nuts to him, you know, when he comes in to tap out his little column. Because God only knows it would be the first ones he ever saw. Until a year ago, John Henry approached speaking with the media with the enthusiasm of undergoing a root canal. But now, next caller, John Henry on line 2. John Henry has, in the past month, called the Eddie Kaplan Show twice, maybe for some tips. And the Joe Zagacki Show once. That must have been the day that Joe was filling in for Hank. And, of course, Wayne Henry wouldn't call Hank because he stiffed him that time he was supposed to meet him at Penniless Stadium. This Joe Zagacki business, this to me is one of the most amazing things in the history of this town. I have never in my life encountered a duller, less meaningful human being in my life than
Joe Zagacki.
What is it? He can't even get the whole thing out. Wow. And yet, there are people here obsessed. I think it's those naked pictures he's got of Hank and that billy goat. I'm sure that's got to be it. Huh? Because Hank is too smart for that. He wouldn't hang around with a putz like Joe Zagacki unless there was a reason for it. And then even Bluff this morning was saying, oh, yeah, well, Joe told me this. What does that mean? What is it? What does he mean? Anyway, it's a great day for the Irish. Congratulations to us as we once again saved ourselves from more corruption and billions of dollars in waste being flushed down the toilet so we can use it for maybe something constructive, like electing some real people in this town who aren't a bunch of liars and thieves.
A planet where apes evolved from men.
Hello, you have reached Dickey's Workers' Choice Catalog and Information Line. To speak with a representative or if you have a rotary phone, please stay on the line. Thank you.
Transferring to an operator. Please wait.
Dickey's Customer Service, this is Luann. How may I help you?
Yeah, my Luann, hi.
Hi.
You like Dickey's?
Sure.
I guess a lot of women do, huh?
Oh, I believe so.
My woman says she loves to get Dickey's.
I see.
She likes a lot of them. Yeah. Can understand some gay guys like Dickey's.
Well, I really don't know. Never really thought about that.
What's the biggest Dickey's you've seen?
Well, sir, we go up to a 72 waist.
Oh, my God. You like little Dickies, too?
Sir,
I think my girl basically likes big Dickies.
Well, is there a point to this conversation, sir?
Yeah, just that I get to say Dickie a lot on the phone.
Were you wanting to place an order, sir?
For what?
For clothing.
What? I want to talk about Dickies.
Well, sir, that's what we carry is clothing.
Huh? Bicky Dicky. Mm-hmm.
Sir, if there's no other reason that you're calling this...
My mom likes Dickies. A lot of women like Dickies.
Sir, I'm going to disconnect.
No, you're talking about Dickie.
10:16 at 560 WQM. We got these numbers from 10 to 2, these ratings, which, of course, are of no interest to the audience, but they kill a lot of good time. And we're real excited about it. God, are they great, including the Hispanic thing there. Men 25 to 54, Hispanic. Number 1, this is from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m., Monday through Friday. WQM with an 8.5 share, beating out WXDJ, WCMQ-FM, Power 96, Radio Ritmo, Radio Amor, and all the other no-speaking English stations. Men 25-54 Hispanic, we're number 1, goddammit, in spite of all the other bull crap. And you want to know why? Because the majority of the Julios out there, they're not busy blocking the traffic, number 1, and number 2, they're not down there playing dominoes in Domino Park. Maybe with each other they're playing, but what's wrong with that? Here's a mobile in Miami. Hello?
Hello, Neil?
Yes, sir.
Good morning. How are you?
Great.
Congratulations. What a public service you've done for us.
Yes, I did, and I'm going to take all the credit for it, even though I probably had nothing to do with it. But nevertheless, at least I got some people off their ass. See, they were counting on a real measly, crappy turnout, get maybe 10, 11% out, and if they could just get their people, put them on the buses and get all of their paid people out there, they figured they could put it over on the public. 30% almost showed up. Shocked the hell out of them.
It sure must have, and I'm going to tell you something. You really did a public service over the airwaves and over the media, without a doubt. Very quickly, yesterday went to vote and voted on the voted no. Number 71, by the way, was the little hole that one would punch.
Yeah, stick it in 71.
Stick it in 71. Neil, let me tell you something very funny.
That's what Troy Aikman always says.
They were really, really sticklers looking for ID, making sure that everybody had, a picture identification like a Florida driver's license. Very funny, though, when it comes to sign, and the Election Commission should take note if anyone's listening and if anyone cares, they made you sign your name with a pencil. Now, where in hell...
it's an indelible pencil.
Yeah, well, let me tell you something. Where in the name of heavens do you sign a legal document with pencil?
No, they said David Leahy called Rick and Spud yesterday morning, and they were asking him about that. They put his feet to the fire. Nice going, guys. And anyway, he said the reason they don't give pens is because people steal them. So I guess they never heard. You know how like when you go into a bank or you go into the airport and they give you a pen to sign a thing? It's connected with like a thing, with like a
little string or something.
Yeah, like a little metal bead thing. It's connected to the desk. I guess that's too difficult for them to figure out.
I carry a pen with me every time. You know, I'm during normal business hours.
Yeah.
I pulled my pen out of my pocket. The guy said, "No,
can't do that." Oh, gee, don't do that.
There you go. So everybody was signing with a pencil.
Nice going, sir.
Food for thought. Good job, Neil. Thank you so much.
Okay.
Take care of yourself.
In fact, go and vote again today just to make sure.
Just for the hell of it.
Okay.
Thank you now.
Just to make sure they don't change their mind. Oh, guess what? We just found it was backwards. 68% wanted it. Now, I don't want to say that they're a little bit upset about this because the mayor pretended to act very gracious yesterday, Mayor Pinga. But the rumor is that I'm hearing this morning, tolls are going to be $10 on those 4 toll booths this weekend.
Oh!
You know, all week, all year. Not that they're testy about it or pissed off, but they just want to make sure you never try to pull this crap on him again, okay? So the tolls are going to be $20 and really tie up crap. In fact, instead of the old Cubans going to go out on the highways and block traffic this weekend, I think that politicians are going to do it. Oh, boy, what a prospect that would be, huh? How'd you like to get some of these politicians? I don't want to mention Merritt Steerheim or some of the others, or Mayor Ferre, who talks out of the side of his mouth, out of both sides of his mouth and his
rectum.
Yeah. How'd you like to have them out there trying to block traffic in the highway, huh? Boy, I sure have trouble finding that brake pedal. Oops, sorry, I missed. Here's Coral Springs. Hello.
Neil, how are you?
Pretty good, sir.
I had a couple of points. First, I don't mean to change the topic on you, but
well, anything you want. We don't. I mean, this thing is over. You know, whatever these people want.
Neil, what is the criterion for a good color man, whether it's TV or radio?
A good colored man?
Good.
Probably they not be too dark, I would think.
I think so, but what I mean is, number one, to have some kind of a personality, and number two, maybe to have some experience in playing the game. Not necessarily, but it might help.
Somebody who can lend some insight and make it interesting and exciting, like you know who.
Yes!
Like him.
Right. Well, he's a good example, but
right.
Joe Zagacki on the...
Joe Zagacki sucks, okay?
Okay!
My sentiments exactly.
I mean, he's the most boring individual in the history of this market, and boy, that takes in a lot of territory, and yet there are certain people... Of course, you got to understand, Barry Jackass, nobody else will speak to him anymore anyhow, so who else is he going to talk to?
What a miserable prick.
Yeah, exactly.
Anyway, I played golf with your good, close personal friend Jeff Rimmer yesterday.
Yeah?
And Jeff hit a ball so far to the left on one of the holes, and it landed in some bushes. And when we got over to find the ball, there was a dead bird there.
Yeah.
Jeff did have a birdie, and I just thought I'd tell that to you.
Yeah, I heard about all of his tee shots.
They stunk.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Okay, have a great day, pal.
You too, Neil.
So Rimmer was actually found somebody to play golf with him, huh? This guy must have paid the fees. 56705, what are you laughing about? He's a good guy, just happens to be a little thrifty, that's all. That's the word for it. You don't want to say cheap. Thrifty. He's saving for a rainy day.
They stunk.
Yeah, just like Barry Jackass's columns, all of them, no matter which ones you read.
They stunk.
Right. Hey, Barry, you're still a putz, okay? Thanks for your honesty and integrity, though, in admitting that you're a real fat-faced, pud-whacking putz. Persons 12 plus, look at this, 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. We're number 2, damn it. What are we going to do about WLYF? You know, all the years that I've been on the air in this town, with all the great rating success that I've had, always had a suck wind with that damn LYF. Life. And if you believe this, wait till you hear this. I'm going to show you how bogus these numbers are, except mine, of course, which we know they should be a little higher. But no, seriously, just like that Y100 thing that Hank had to contend with in the afternoon, they're number 1 in men 25-54, Y100. Are you serious? But anyway, where is that one stat about number? Yeah, here we go. Men 18 to 24. We're tied for number 6, which is pretty good. That's not our demographic. Not bad, Neil. Thank you. But just ahead of us is number 5 is WLYF Slush FM. How many guys do you know between the age of 18 and 24 who listen to Life FM? Is there anybody in their right mind who ever heard of a 18 to 24-year-old guy? Man. And you know something? If I were 18 to 24 and listened to Life, I would never admit it. So you people up there at Beltsville, thanks for the nice numbers. If you could have found our audience in April, they would have really been spectacular. Although they're not too shabby, I'll tell you that. Because, for example, in persons 18 to 34, wait till you hear this. Power 96 has got a 10.7 share on his show.
Oh, God!
We got a 9.2 share. So between Power and this show, between 10 a.m. and 2 p.m., we have 20% of the 18 to 34 audience every day. 1 out of every 5 men between 18 and 34 is listening either to Power or to this show every stinking day between 10 and 2. And then it gets even better, like 25 to 54. We have a 10.8 share, not bad. Number 1 by about 100 miles. But like I said, the Hispanic thing is pretty interesting. And the non-Hispanic, the white non-Hispanic, we're number 1 with a 15.1 share, just ahead of Big and Kiss and way ahead of Wins in the Zeta, etc. Now, Schwarzers are not doing too great there. 25 to 54 black men. EDR is number 1. What is it? Look at that, 20.7, and Hot has got 19.4. So between two of them, there's 40%. Of the 25 to 54-year-old Schwarzers in this town, they're all listening to Schwarzer music. What a surprise that is. Then Waves. What? Can somebody tell me what that is? Is that the Haitian station? WAVS? I think that's the Haitian station. Isn't it? It's the... something like that. I don't know. Then Love 94. Love 94? They'd be listening to jazz? Oh. And then Y100, and then us, number 6. We're number 6 in 2554 Schwarzer men. We got to do a lot better than that. We got to get all the brothers out there and the mothers. That's what we need. We got a few mothers. Ever hear this show? Here's Miami. Hello.
Hey, Neil, what's up?
How you doing, sir?
29-year-old Julio skipped dominoes. I skipped the cockfighting, and I went out and voted no.
Oh! All right. And now you feel like we accomplished something. You know, so many times in the years that I've been here, I've been on the right side of elections, but it never came out. You know, they always managed to fix it the other way, just like the first Metro Rail election. And this time it feels so much better to be on the landslide winning side.
I'm telling you, you're the man. I mean, you're the one who really convinced me. You're the one who put me over that line. I mean, other than the fact that I don't want them taking any more money out of my wallet.
Right.
And even though that's not that bad, I just don't want another 100 buses on the highway menacing, you know, the innocent car drivers anymore. Those guys are
before
terrible.
they worry about those buses, what about all these jitneys they have in Dade County with these illegal aliens that just came off a rubber raft somewhere that are driving these things and endangering everybody's life and driving up on the curb? What about those? How about getting those assholes off the road?
They're menaces.
Right.
We ought to lie them down in the middle of the road and make them, I don't know, something. And
make them block traffic briefly.
The only thing that's really messed up now is that, you know, Mayor Pinga is back there trying to scratch up a new plan to screw the public out of more money. So
I got news for you. You know what this was? This wasn't just a no to the penny sales tax. This was a gigantic to him.
Gee, I feel bad for the Julios, but hey, who cares? Anyway,
they don't care. They don't trust him either. They're all on there saying, hey, screw him.
Hey, Pinga with Pingus.
There you go.
Take it easy, Neil.
Nice going, sir.
All right.
Yep, I had got a lot of you people off your ass yesterday, and of course, like I said, Norman Brayman, there was the guy with the money, and Richard Friedman and Dave Slater, those were the guys that started bringing this to everybody's attention in the first place and keeping their eye on all this bogus crap that was going on, all the pressuring for people to vote yes on this thing, from all the folks who thought they were going to get like a little handout. That's always the first sign you should know. There's a good lesson for you that something is bogus. When they have to start throwing out all kinds of little goodies to this group and that group to try to sell it to the public, that means it can't stand on its own merits. When they have to try to buy off everybody with a little something for you at FIU, and a little something for you opera, blue-nosed people, a little something for Miss Horkheimer. Sorry, you lose. Go get it someplace else. And the money, too.
The Hoover out the moon, man.
Hey, love, my devotion and my eyes so big and brown. They're falling at my feet now. We have to pull them down.
Word.
I love the free sensation of strange hands on my thigh. It's like a new addiction. I feed on stage at night. Sometimes they take their clothes off and start dancing in the aisle. Well, I know that I should make them stop, but it always makes me smile in my Puerto Rican style. Every day and night, I'm driving the women loca. I twist my hips and sway, driving the women loca. They scream, they cry, they swoon, and it's sweeter than almond roca. It's making me so rich, driving the women loca. Let's be my Starbucks mocha. I'm buying a house in Boca.
Oh, please don't. There she goes. That's Ariki. 1032 at 560 WQ. I'm sorry, you know, we're all in this great mood today, most of us, but the bad news is that we didn't realize, don't forget about this. Now the gloom and doom sets in because the Herald told us 2 days ago that if this thing gets beat, if this thing gets pounded into the ground, like 68 to 32% of the people saying,
no,
like they did yesterday, The business climate deteriorates. The economy declines. The tax base withers.
Oi!
Poverty worsens.
Oi!
And parts of this once vibrant community take on the look of it and feel of a third world backwater.
Oi!
That's going to happen by Monday, okay? Over the weekend, when you wake up on Monday, all of those things will be existing, okay? Of course, they already were before yesterday, but don't confuse the bastards at the Herald because they don't get out too much. Here's Kendall. Hello.
Yeah, Neil, you're absolutely right. That effect was retroactive about the third world country and stuff. First of all, congratulations on your numbers, and thanks for the effort and just, getting out the people that just say no to the new tax and everything. I read the Herald this morning, and I think that the opinion page is misplaced. It should be at the very first page, at the top of that first page, because everything in there, I think, is an opinion.
Oh, sure. But they've always done that. The editorial page is wherever they feel like it.
Right, exactly, like page 1. So anyway, today in the paper it said that about the cost, how much each side, spent on the campaign against and for the tax.
Right.
The mayor side spent $1.8 million.
Loan me $50.
Yeah.
And the Bremen side,
$100,000.
$192,000.
Right.
So there you go, and if there's another example of the efficiency of county government, there it is.
And by the way, that $1.8 or $9 million, whatever it was, I guarantee you, with all the homeless people we got, that would have bought a lot of meals for starving people in this town.
Exactly. And also in the paper they say that now that the tax has been defeated, you can expect more tolls to go up. Well, they didn't mention that those were already planned.
Right, right. That's right. And the ones that were supposed to go away were going to come back anyway.
Exactly. So anyway, thanks once again, and congratulations on your numbers.
Have a great weekend.
Bye-bye.
Okay, so congratulations to all of us. All kinds of people went out voting. I bet you a couple of Schwarzes even voted no yesterday, huh? You think so?
No.
Well, maybe one. That woman that called us. 567-0560, pound 560 on the mobile one line. I saw they showed some dark-complected young lady with one of those big vote yes signs, punch 70, and they were saying she's getting $50. Easy way to make $50 is they were paying these poor bastards who need the $50. $50 to those people is a lot of money. You can buy some serious crack with that, And they got the thing there with their $50. Oh yeah, vote yes, and they're jumping around. Did it do any good? No. All the money that was wasted on this fruitless effort yesterday would have bought a lot of nice hot meals for some people who haven't had a good meal in a long time. Now we are getting free lunch here today, but too bad, butt out. No, seriously, I mean, it's criminal, the kind of money that gets flushed down the toilet. And okay, it wasn't public money that was spent there, at least allegedly. It was private contributions, but nevertheless, it's still somebody's money. It's like all these self-aggrandizing assholes like Steve Forbes and Lamar Alexander and all these other idiots who haven't got a Chinaman's chance of ever getting elected dog catcher, and just for an ego trip, they keep spending millions and millions of dollars, especially guys like Forbes, of their own money, just, so they can get a little publicity. And squeeze themselves a couple of times, say, oh, gee, I'm famous, By the way, how's Steve Forbes' daddy doing? Here's a lady in Miami. Hello. Lady in Miami.
Hello, Neil.
Yes, ma'am.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
You did a wonderful service.
Yes, I did.
In getting people to go and vote.
Uh-huh.
And I'm very glad it was soundly defeated.
Right.
And I want to congratulate you on your numbers. You are the best thing on that radio, you and Jim Mandich.
Me, there you got it.
Yeah.
Me and the Mad Dog.
Definitely.
What is it?
The other people are hopeless.
The lady that left Greg that message.
I'm the lady who left the message.
Oh, that was a great message. Thank you so much. That was wonderful.
Well,
but of course you notice it didn't do any good because the most important stuff on this station is that sports crap that they got on 20 hours a day. No, nothing sit still. If they were having a nuclear war, the Marlin game would still have to go on.
Can you imagine 12-1? Who in their right minds listens to that crap?
I bet you by the last couple of innings of that game, you could have put the entire audience that we had listening into a phone booth and had room left over for the Chinese army.
I agree with you.
And our sales department.
I mean, but they don't preempt a great talent like you
That's
for
right.
this kind of garbage.
They got some freaking nerve, although the next time they want to do it, since there's going to be no election, be my guest. Okay, nice job, sweetheart.
Thank you.
And give Greg our regards.
Oh, will do. Have a super day.
Give him, what for? Yeah, that's Greg. I'll tell you one thing. Wait till he sees these 10-2 numbers.
Yeah.
He'll still have his finger in that same hole in his head. 567-0560, pound 560 on the mobile one line. Like I said, just this one time, doesn't it feel real good? You want to kind of squeeze yourself, or maybe somebody else, to be on the winning side in a landslide where we just finally said, stop the crap already, okay? Nobody believes you silly people. That Maurice Ferré, watching him talk out of, like Jean Chrétien, that Canadian, that frog, talking out of the corner of his puss. Who the hell are you kidding, Maurice? Puerto Rican phony trying to pretend to be a Cuban. Who are you kidding? Cubans wouldn't touch you, and even the Puerto Ricans don't want any part of you, huh? Maybe you can pretend to be a Venezuelan. I don't think they want them. Oh, and by the way, let's start taking care of the Colombians. Oh! God damn it. I think it's about, seriously, what's wrong with the Colombians? They happen to be a very beautiful people with very nice olive skin. Huh? I mean, I'm not impressed by the way people look, am I?
No.
I mean, is that the only thing?
Uh-huh.
Yeah. No, seriously, how are those Colombians are down there saying, hey, listen, if we go back there, we're finito. So let's start taking care of our Colombian friends, and maybe we can be number one of Colombians in the next book, too. Not that we pander to anybody here, but why the hell not? It's never too late to start. We got Wayne Arnold coming with lunch today. Oh, thank God for that. Boy, we're going to have a major celebration on these 10-2 ratings. Oh! That big election yesterday. Oh! Just a phenomenal week here at this place, in this joint. I feel like finally, for the first time in my life, I accomplished something besides somebody calling up this show and saying, Tommy's a douchebag. Finally, after 23 years, we accomplished something meaningful. I bet you I got at least 8 or 9 votes out there yesterday against that piece of crap. 1043 at 560 WQM. Here's my close personal friend, Dave Slater. Congratulations, sir.
Well, thank you very much, Neil. Your name was brought up last night at the Marriott Dayland, where Richard Friedman and I both thank you immensely, and we had a nice crowd there. Unfortunately, some of the media didn't show up.
Really?
Oh, yeah. 4, 6, and 10 never showed up.
Why is that?
I have no idea, and it kind of shocked us and the folks there who came to celebrate the victory and also to make the plans for the future. Channel 23 was there, Channel there, the Miami Herald, El Nuevo Herald, and the Sun Sentinel was there. So it was great. But even like Norman Braman said, it's a victory. But now we're not going to go bashing anybody. But guess what we're going to do? We're going to start planning to fix these roads, and we're going to get rid of the toll plazas. We're going to get rid of the Expressway Authority, and we're going to improve the roads for the folks. And we're not going to do it with any sales taxes.
Right.
And that's the bottom line. I think.
And if they would have been thinking about these things for the last 15 and 20 years instead of looking for more ways to tax the public, we could already be well on our way to doing that now.
I know. For 20 years, I watched over the roads and just watched in amazement. And you've been saying it on the air, and I was saying with Sandy Payton, with Mike Ranieri when I was doing the traffic. I kept saying the mistakes that were being made, and everyone thought we're a lot of hot air. But you've been on the money. Richard's been on the money for 20 years. That piece that Ike Siemens did. On channel.
Oh yeah, something. I'm glad you reminded me of that. I'm not a big Ike Siemens fan, but every now and then he reverts back to his what he did 20 years ago on NBC. He did a great piece yesterday with Merritt Steerheim. Is that the one you're talking about?
That's the one.
And that to me, too bad it wasn't on a couple of days before. It would have been 90% against, because when this guy's got the gall to talk about, that thing, as it turns out, the population wasn't growing in the areas where we built this thing, and if I had my druthers looking back now, I would have run it right up I-95 with a leg to the airport. Well, isn't that great? Here's the guy that helped sell it to the public back in 1979 and 80, and now here we are 20 years later and saying, we screwed up, it doesn't go anywhere.
And the vote really was against all the corruption and all the misfeasance, malfeasance, the $8,000 toilet seats,
right?
All these fiascos we've had in the past 20 years, and everybody who voted no said that's what they did it for, but they said we do have a traffic problem.
Sure.
And it's like you said, the world is not going to come to an end. All of a sudden tomorrow we're not going to have major gridlock. Some of the problems which we've been talking about, I've been talking about for years, and they have it in California. We pay all these taxes to the state. In L.A., San Francisco, they have special patrols. So when you have an accident, like I-95, it doesn't sit there for 2 hours. They take these machines and they shove the cars off the road, and they get the lanes open immediately. We don't have things like that. There's so many other ideas and alternatives, and that's the big thing. Some people say, we're not going to get the roads now. Let me tell you something. You got to plan it, and even Mayor Pinella said we're going to have to find some alternatives. We've been saying that for months since this plan came out. There are other alternatives besides sales taxes, and like I said, the world is not going to come to an end. We're going to get it done, and we're going to get it done the proper way. And guess what we're also going to have? We're going to have more citizen involvement.
Yeah.
They were absolutely, before what was said last night, all these lines that were put up that Danny Alvarez pointed out, there was never a public hearing to discuss where these routes are going to be. The reason why, he used the same routes that I showed in the 1974 Miami Herald when I was doing the debates in the last couple of weeks. We had Richard there and we had Norman Brayman there. The biggest thing I led up to is when I discussed the routes with Alvarez and with Mayor Ferre, and I said, yeah, we're going to have a line here, we're going to have a line there. I opened up like Moses with the tablets, the 2 Miami Herald pages, 1974, and I said, ladies and gentlemen, the map that Danny Alvarez just showed you, here it is 20 years ago. And I would, Mr. Alvarez, would say, any comment? He sat there and couldn't say a word.
Yeah.
And these are things, it's just like I see me. I should have run those. All we had to do is just run those replays. And the debates, that's it. It would have been 90%.
Yeah.
So, the mayor, had a lot of guts to do what he had to do. That's his problem. But we still have a problem, and we're not going to, bash him. We can fix it, but we got to get more public involvement and less of the officials and less of the $8,000 toilet seats. And with people like you, because you were the most vigilant on, in all the media, if it wasn't for you getting out, and it wasn't for those last weeks of Norman Brayman's, radio ads, we could have lost.
Yeah.
But I want to thank you, and I know Richard will probably thank you, and we thank all the people in Dade County.
Okay, congratulations, Dave.
Thank you.
Nice going. Okay, there you go. So we got a problem here, but they had to screw it up way because they had all their friends in the construction business, all, rubbing their hands together. Oh, this is the way we're going to solve it. No, they weren't. And by the way, don't forget Carl Hyacin and that great column in the Herald, too. That was the most intelligent thing that was written in all of the media the last several weeks that this thing has been going on. He told it exactly the way it was. $100 million a mile for more train to nowhere that nobody's going to ride. Ain't going to happen.
No.
Here's Doral. Hello. Doral. Oh, see, it's that sticky button again. I'm going to take this phone before the day is out and keep it. Let's try it now. Doral, hello.
Hey, Neil.
Sorry about that.
Olive Skin American Colombian here.
All right.
Hey, want to thank you. You did a great public service. Just a couple of comments. I've noticed yesterday's campaign was one of a massive misinformation. I mean, it's just incredible the crap that was being spewed out there, and I'm glad people could see through, between the lines.
You know something? I think that the best thing that he did, Mayor Penniless, is when they, a couple of weeks ago, when they purposely foisted the 25-cent increase on the toll booths and created all the chaos and got everybody all pissed off. And then, initially there were some people saying, okay, we'll give you the 1% or 2%, whatever you want, we can't stand it. But then as they realized that this was all being done intentionally, and he was stupid enough to come in the media and say, oh, well, I hope that this frustrates them enough that they'll vote yes. They're saying, hey, what kind of crap is this? You're making things 100 times worse than they were.
Yeah,
intentionally.
It blew up in his face.
Right.
And the one positive thing that I read into this is yesterday I was listening to Radio Mambi that they were saying, they were waiting for, they're saying, the vote was coming in, and they're saying, this has to be the Anglo vote because it was against. It was the no was coming in a lot more than the yes, and they're saying, well, we can't wait till the Hispanic precincts come in. Little did they know that was included. And the guy was dumbfounded when, the more precincts came in. And
you could have put the period after the dumb part.
Yeah, and it got bigger and bigger and bigger for the no, and the guy didn't know what to say. He couldn't believe it. He was waiting for the same people.
Well, you see those assholes on Radio Mambi and some of those other stations, they think that they can manipulate the entire Hispanic community here and that you people are just going to go out and do whatever they say, no matter how ridiculous it is. And it's only those, 200 or 300 people that are still playing dominoes in Domino Park. Those are the only ones that pay any attention to that crap.
But it was so great to see it just blow up in his face. He didn't know what to say. And one more thing, how did the all-important, multi-talented Brooke Daniels do?
In a word?
In the ratings.
In a word?
Yes. Love you, Neil.
Lost 2/3 of Rick and Sud's audience.
Oh, man.
Have a great day.
All right.
Now.
Ciao.
See ya. Viva Colombia. Viva the Medellin cartel. Viva Bogota, huh? I would like to visit Bogota sometime, but generally when I go on vacation, I like to go someplace I think I might come back alive, maybe. But, hey. 567-0560, pound 560 on a mobile one line. Everybody's euphoric today, baby. And some of those people that thought that they were going to pull the wool over the eyes and just scare the living crap out of the public and frustrate them into doing something that made absolutely no sense whatsoever. Surprise, you lose. I love the part in the Herald article where it says the mayor who staked his political reputation on this issue suffered a desperate, horrendous personal defeat. You know, lying about that Mickey Arison deal, that didn't exactly help either. You know what I'm saying, Mr. Mayor Penniless? Mayor Pinga? Didn't help too much. Because your credibility on a scale of 0 is minus infinity. Tired of all the lies, the old, and you know something, it was great. I think it was very beneficial that the old hacks like Maurice Ferre and Merritt Steerheim were behind this and were very prominent. Every time you had to see their puss, immediately that word just kept reverberating through your mind. Every time you saw them. More lies. Oh, it's great that we got the drug money here in Dade County. Yeah, nice going, Maurice. What do you got in that briefcase? You phony. And the Puerto Ricans, by the way, are upset that I keep mentioning that. They don't want any part of him. They have defrocked him. Here's a mobile in Pompano. Hello.
Hey, Neil.
Yes, sir.
Good morning.
Buenos dias.
Congratulations on doing a good service that you did the last couple of weeks.
Thank you. Well, I realize it's not a Marlin game, but it's the best we can do here between 10 and 2. Hey, his phone just crapped out. 5670560. Well, he probably just got cut off by John Henry. John Henry's probably going to disconnect your phone if you say anything bad about the Marlins, even if it's true. Disgrace. See, you know, I mean, sports is fine. We're making some nice money on this station. We just had a great book. That's great. I mean, it's a miracle to me that people can listen to some of the crap that goes on this station. But nevertheless, that's fine because we're all in this together, whether we like it or not. But the sports nerds out there, the ones, you know, I'm looking. They showed yesterday on the sports last night. They show all these people at the Dolphin breakfast yesterday, and I'm asking myself, I wonder how many of those people went out and voted today, who live in Dade County. You know what I'm saying? Oh, voted for what? Like, what, man? Your election? Good to lace him up and get going, ain't it? Here's Coral Springs. Hello.
Hey, Neil.
Yes, sir.
Congratulations on your great numbers.
Thank you.
And your vote. Hey, did you catch the Tom Green show last night?
Yeah. It was good. It was good. The only thing was a lot of those segments were from old shows from the comedy channel. Yeah. But nevertheless, they're still great. I mean, I love the one where he laid down on the ground and pretended to be dead at the beginning. And they just got up and walked away. It was great.
That guy's pretty funny.
And then the one where he painted his folks' house.
Yeah, I know.
Plaid.
See where he ate those worms at the end?
Yeah, what is that? This man don't stick anything in his mouth. That's the rumor. He's got no problem at all.
He looked like he was liking it, too.
He did.
And the worms.
And then he shoved the banana in there, too.
Yeah. Hey, can you play the uses of the F-word song?
Okay.
Okay, thanks.
See ya. 5670560, pound 560 on a mobile one line here on a great Friday. It's a day when you can actually reach down and feel something. How do you like that? Which is usually illegal in these parts, at least those parts. Here's a mobile in West Palm Beach. Hello. See, again, I'm destroying. I'm getting that hatchet. The one that the guy up there in Georgia, the one they used in Alabama to kill the first wife and the mother-in-law. I'm getting that hatchet and busting this phone up. Here's a mobile in West Palm. Hello.
Neil, I greatly apologize for crapping out on you. Anyways, I was telling you I live in Broward County.
When in doubt, don't crap out.
Yeah. I live in Broward, so I wanted to see how the turnout was going. And so, unfortunately, I flipped over at 10 o'clock to that Channel 7 news.
Right.
So-called news.
Mm-hmm.
And for 15 minutes, all they talked about was Atlanta.
That's right. 15 minutes. Here we got a very important, very controversial election here in town, and they take 15 minutes. I mean, granted, it was a big story, and it was a horrendous story, but it didn't happen anywhere near here. It doesn't affect us in any way, shape, or form. The first story should have been the election story.
Right.
But they make us wait 15 minutes till we get to that.
Correct. And then go to the Atlanta story. I'm sorry what happened up there, but anyway... and during that 15 minutes... But don't
forget, it's Channel 7, so if it bleeds, it leads, and it bled a lot, so they had to, kill a lot of good time with it.
I know, but that girl that's next to Rick, she says, were these young professionals? What kind of people were they that were killed? I was like, oh, God. But anyways, it just pissed me off, man.
Yeah.
Listen, you've addicted
my daughter... But you have to understand that young professionals are much more important than just everyday, like laborers, like schmucks.
I know how you are about children and sugar, but unfortunately my daughter is now addicted to fish food, which is a good thing because that's all she wants now.
Mm-hmm.
And another thing that you turned me on to that I watched last night was that Tom Green show.
Right.
I heard you talking about it. I died laughing. It's something new and refreshing to me. I thought it was hilarious.
Best show on TV, man.
Did you watch it?
Sure. I watch it religiously.
When he painted his parents' house, man, just flipped me out. It was a great show.
And did you notice how he sat on the edge of that building And I'm terrified of heights. I've got this thing about heights. And he was sitting on the edge of that, and that wasn't a phonied up either. He was sitting on the edge of that skyscraper.
Right. That was funny.
With one leg over the edge. Have a great day, pal.
Neil,
yes,
in closing, can I hear Smoke 2 Joints for Mayor Pianist?
Okay.
Thanks.
See ya. Okay, what do we got? The F word and say? Let's make it all request Friday. That'll kill some good time.
Perhaps one of the most interesting words in the English language today is the word Out of all of the English words that begin with the letter F, is the only word that is referred to as the F word. It's the one magical word. Just by its sound can describe pain, pleasure, hate, and love. As most words in the English language, is derived from German, the word flicken, which means to strike. In English, falls into many grammatical categories. As a transitive verb, for instance, John Shirley. Its meaning's not always sexual. It can be used as an adjective, such as, John's doing all the work. As part of an adverb, Shirley talks too much. As an adverb enhancing an adjective, Shirley is beautiful. As a noun, I don't give a As part of a word, abso-fucking-lutely, or incredible. And as almost every word in a sentence, the fuckers. As you must realize, there aren't too many words with the versatility of as in these examples describing situations such as fraud. I got at the used car lot. Dismay. Oh, it. Trouble. I guess I'm really now. Aggression. Don't with me, buddy. Dismissal. Why don't you go outside and play hide and go yourself? I'm sure you can think of many more examples. Say it loudly and proudly. Fuck you.
Please don't say the F word.
Okay, it's 11:03. Good bleeps in that bit, by the way. Outstanding, thank God. 11:03 at 560 WQAM. We got the Henry Goldberg show at 2 o'clock. We got Donnie Baseball at 6. We got the pregame at 6:30. The foreplay. Then we got the Marlins at Pittsburgh. And then Ed Kaplan after the game for the real degenerate gamblers out there who have no lives at all. This guy was a gay, is that what they said, a gay trader? Oh, a day trader. And then they got people on there this morning. What's that bald-headed Al Roker? Go back to the weather map, okay, Al? Go back outside with those idiots waiting out there outside the studio. You're an imbecile. I never watched that show anyway, the Today Show, but I'm channel surfing this morning, and he's saying to this one guy, well, what is, because I'm really a little confused on this, what is a day trader?
It's like a day
tripper. Let's go to Miami. Hello.
Neil, how are you this morning?
Okay, sir.
Yeah, I'm in Miami this morning, and I live in Miami.
Well, my condolences.
A guy whom I know who works for a large construction company who was a contributor to the
Penniless campaign?
Yeah. He says, boy, am I relieved. I said, how's that? He says, well, we're going to be going to this sort of a private party tomorrow night. All the contributors to the campaign, to, you know, the money side, and now I don't have to go. And I was thinking to myself as I'm driving away, I'm thinking to myself, it's kind of like, let's go back and say 800 or 900 years in England, and like after they've just screwed all the peasantry, after the war and turbulence, and they get everybody and steal all their money, they just go back to the castle and split it up.
Right.
So that was sort of one of those campy meetings, sitting around the campfire deals. But I thought you'd find it interesting.
It's amusing at best.
Yeah, so he's not going to be able to make the party tomorrow night.
Okay.
All right.
Thanks for the good news.
You too.
Okay, 5670560, pound 560 on the AT&T wireless line. Here's hi, Aaliyah. Hello.
Neil, God.
Yes, sir.
Thank you so much for doing the great service that you always do and provide this hellhole of a place.
You're welcome. Even though I do live in Broward, I think I deserve extra brownie points for that.
Okay, now check this out. I know you probably don't read the Herald, but my mom gets it.
Sure I do.
Okay, well, my mom gets it here at the house. When we get it, you see the front page to the plastic. What happened to when it came this morning? You can't even see the front page. I'm looking at the back section. Judge orders Clinton to pay false testimony. I open it up and I see Mayor Pinga with a distrustful look in his face.
Mm-hmm.
Poor guy.
Enough to make you squeeze yourself, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, hey, by the way, I have a second request for those 2 joints because I'm going to need them and looks like Pinellas is going to need it too.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
Free
Neil.
weed for everybody this weekend, by the way. We're taking the tolls down. Free weed for everybody. All right. Have to buy your own rolling papers, but nevertheless. 567-0560, pound 560. In fact, the nephew, that's what I hear, the nephew and Sam. Where is Sam, by the way? Haven't seen him in a couple of days. Maybe that's why we're in such a good mood, huh?
Oh!
Yeah, look under the table. Maybe he's under there with somebody. Maybe he's under there with Jordan Knight. But we're going to have them out there in the QM van handing out free rolling papers so that when the mayor comes by and gives you your free weed, your free bag. What's wrong with that, huh?
Yeah, man.
Sure. So this town can recover, lick its wounds, and recover from all this divisive bullcrap that they subjected us to here these last several weeks. Not all of which, by the way, had to do with the penny sales tax. Here's Hollywood. Hello.
Neil.
Yes, sir.
How you doing?
Great.
You know it's not getting enough play that you talked about it a little bit, and but the paper hasn't been given enough credit to the election being held in July.
Mm-hmm.
I know Norman Bremen tried to get the election canceled in July. Try to do something about that, but just that fact alone shows what kind of politicians we have. For what reason do we need an election in July?
Oh, well, he gives us the bull crap that we only had until September to let the federal government, to show them that we had funding in place so that we could get the federal matching funds. They've known about this for months now. This isn't something that they just discovered.
Right, but who really believes that? I know Pinellas said,
nobody believes that. What they were praying for a real low 8 or 10% turnout, and they were praying that they could manipulate it with their people, that they would bus in and just fix it with the old Julios and the black people who thought they were going to get some jobs, and that they could pay a few people off $30 a vote, and they could put it over. That's the only way they could have won.
That's my point, and I think people should realize that what kind of politicians we have, that the only way that they feel they could have pulled this one over on us is by having this election in July.
Right.
And I think more people should know this and see what kind of politicians we have in Dade County.
And I think the fact that finally, after all these years of lethargy and apathy, that 30% of the people showed up on a 140-degree day at the end of July.
That's not a lot.
I think that goes to show you how pissed off and fed up these people are.
But is 30% really a lot?
Well, when you consider that 30 or 40% of the people usually would be here out of town this time of the year anyway, that's what they were counting on. So 30% is a lot when you consider so many people are not here.
Okay.
For a special election, you bet it's gigantic.
All right.
Have a great day, pal.
You too.
See ya. It's huge, baby. It's gigantic, and the turnout, too.
It's Friday, you bastard. All right.
I smoke 2 joints at night. I smoke 2 joints in the afternoon. It makes me feel alright. I smoke 2 joints in time of peace and 2 in time of war. I smoke 2 joints before I smoke 2 joints, and then I smoke 2 more. Oh, my daddy, he once told me, son, you be hard-working man. My mama, she once told me, son, you do the best you can. But then one day, I met a man who came to me and said, hard work good and hard work fine, but first take care of health. So now I smoke 2 joints when I get up. In the car I smoke 2 joints. I smoke 2 joints when I play video games, and at every 10,000 points, I smoke 2 joints. I smoke 2 joints in time of peace, and 2 in time of war. I smoke 2 joints before I smoke 2 joints, and then I smoke 2 more. My daddy, he once told me, son, you be hard-working man. My mama, she once told me, son, you do the best you can.
Yes.
But then one day, I met a man who came to me and said,
okay,
hard work good and hard work fine, just take care of head. That's why I smoke two joints in the morning.
Oh!
I smoke two joints at night.
Increíble.
I smoke two joints in the afternoon.
Unbelievable.
It makes me feel alright. I smoke two joints in time of peace and two in time of war. I smoke two joints before I smoke two joints, and then I smoke two more. Smoke two joints. That's what I do. Smoke two joints. Come and smoke two joints with me in the morning. Smoke two joints. Come and smoke two joints with me in the afternoon. Yeah. Smoke two joints. Hey, would you rather smoke two joints or would you rather do your homework? Smoke two joints. I knew you were going to say that. Smoke two joints. Smoke two joints. That's what I do.
Okay, Wayne Arnold's just showed up with 50,000 pounds of food, so we're all set for the day.
Oh!
Speaking of free food, here's a fax from James in South Beach who says, I wanted to comment on how ridiculous all the personal attacks on Norman Brayman were regarding the sales tax. The pro-tax people tried to point out that Brayman was against the tax solely out of personal interest. I just want to point out that most of Brayman's dealerships sell high-end cars, BMW, Cadillac, Rolls-Royce, and the $50 difference in sales tax would in no way influence the people who purchase these cars. Guess what? People that drive Rolls-Royces, they don't drive the Metro, they don't ride the Metro fare.
Oh!
Nice going, James. And by the way,
Loan me $50.
567-0560, pound 560. We're having our big, yesterday we had a pizza loft party. That was for the initial ratings that came out. Now that we got the 10-2 numbers, which are staggering, unbelievably impressive.
Oh, God.
Exactly, couldn't have said it better myself. And we got the outcome of yesterday's fraudulent attempt on an election.
Oh!
Now we can really have a party. That was Wayne and I'm sorry, Hudson. I know his name is, I thought maybe Edsel. I try to remember his name by the name of a car, the word association thing. I don't know anybody named Edsel, but it's Hudson. And you're not old enough to remember Hudson anyway, so what difference does it make?
I remember the Bay.
How about Hudson's department store? Here's Miami. Hello.
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Neil, congratulations.
Thank you on a great job. Yes, sir.
Power to the people.
Right.
Jacksonville had more taxes on toll roads in New York, and they got them all knocked off somewhere. This is what Miami should maybe work on doing. They didn't hit the people up with all this garbage with toll roads and additional rapid transit,
Right.
Jacksonville just recently knocked off all their tolls, and it'd be a good direction for us to go in.
I say get those damn jitneys off the road today. That'll clear up all the roads and improve traffic 40%.
Power to the people.
Okay. Power to the peephole, I think is what he was saying. That's what it sounded like. And I think he was serious. 567-0560, pound 560 on the AT&T wireless line. We're rolling along, singing a song, having a little free lunch here. And why the hell not? Look at that. We got sodas. We got any food, though, in the meantime? I don't want to get pushy, but let's get with it here, Joe.
Oh, I told him you knew where it was.
I know where it is. Never had any trouble finding him yet. Here's a mobile in Coral Springs. Hello.
Congratulations, Neil.
Thank you.
This was a vote of the people for the people.
By the people.
And these certain critics who think that this was a vote for Castro or something like that should understand this is how democracy works.
Yeah. Well, I think everybody understood that except for the hand-picked people that they took in the buses to go vote yes.
Yes, but Neil, now it's time for something else. It's time for a four-county rational proposal, a regional planning commission. Some people, some experts who in urban growth and transportation to sit down and prepare a rational plan for growth for this major metropolitan area.
You mean somebody that actually has some idea of what it's all about and knows how to do it?
People who would propose something that wouldn't be crisis to crisis management, but some rational plan to present to the people of this metropolitan area.
And you mean something that wouldn't be obsolete by the time we got it finished? Wouldn't that be different?
Neil, and there's plenty of precedent for it on New Jersey, on New York, Northeast Indiana, Chicago, the four-county LA area. There's plenty of precedent for regional planning for the metropolitan area in which people could be presented with a rational plan which wouldn't depend on the vagrancies of some strange politicians, but
vagrancies,
show people what give people a chance to vote on something for the future of this area.
Amen. Okay. Have a great life. 56705. I could use a fork and a knife. I don't want to get pushy, Joe, but you're like really falling down on a job badly today. I think it was seeing pictures of George's mom that put you over the edge. 5670560, pound 560 on the AT&T wireless line. A knife and a fork is what I said, which there's stuff back up there. What is wrong with this man today? What is
We've got some other ones in here.
Huh? Just any old one would be good. Huh? New ones? Thanks so much. Here's Doral. Hello.
Hey, Neil.
Yes, sir.
Good morning. Thanks for taking my call real quick.
Thanks for making your call.
Listen,
what do you mean real quick? 11 minutes and 11 seconds is real quick?
well, yeah, I mean, I felt like it was.
Okay.
And I was enjoying the Smoke to Joint song, so.
I'll bet you were.
Listen, I want to congratulate you also in, pushing everyone to go vote. About over 160,000 people voted yes.
Oh, yes. Right.
I mean, that's what I saw yesterday.
230,000 people showed up altogether, which is pretty damn good.
Right, that's great. See, I listen to your show, and it's not only entertaining, but I also, find it as educational. You live in Broward County, and you didn't have to give a crap about what happened in Hudson Dade. But
and there were a lot of people, by the way, who thought, "Oh boy, he's driving away the audience. This is really boring, and we could be talking about ball games and stupid stuff like that."
Right.
But in the meantime, when you live in a place this many years, once in a while you try to give something back to it and make a difference.
Right. And
unlike some of the people, I don't want to mention any names, but some of the people who want to keep giving the odds on ball games that haven't been played yet. Once in a while, you want to do something productive that might be a little bit more stimulating.
Right, and not only you, but let's say callers also inform some of us that don't know anything about what's going on, like the guy that faxed you the other day and explained that the pillars for the Metro Rail would only last 30 years.
Mm-hmm.
And the guy that
brought back the memories of the ones that were crumbling just after they built them.
Right, and the guy that called yesterday and said that even if no one would ride it, Metro Rail would have to still keep working because then they'd have to return money to
the
federal government.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, very helpful. Your program is very, very helpful to all of us.
Thanks a lot.
One last thing. Did you ever find that card that you said you were going to look for that says no, something like that?
No.
Great.
Yes, I did. Have a great day.
Thanks. You
and
too.
a great life. See you.
Bye-bye.
Okay, it's Kiss Neil's ass day today, and why the hell not, okay? I'll pat myself on the back. Here's Richard Friedman who wants to kiss my ass. How you doing, Richard?
I'm doing great, Neil.
Nice going.
Well, good for you, too.
And you know something? This is a little vindication. After 20 years ago when they tried to smear you and give you a big song and a dance, and the Herald was smearing you, and you tried your best, and then they rigged the election there late at night, and all those phantom votes came in to put it over the top. Now we really showed them what it's all about.
You're correct. You're absolutely correct. I couldn't have said it better. But I'm glad you said it.
and if only we would have had a legitimate election 20 years ago, we wouldn't have had to go through this again now.
They stole it. They stole it, plain and simple, and I got proof of it.
Like I told Dave Slater before, to watch Steerheim on there yesterday on that Ike Seaman piece on 6, to watch that crap where he's saying, well, if I had to do it over, if I had my druthers, whatever the hell that's supposed to mean, I would have run it up 95 and run a leg out to the airport. They should have run him out of town and kept him out. It's too bad he came back like a bad penny.
Well, I liked the piece the day before where they showed me 21 years younger, which I truly enjoyed.
Better hair, I'll say that.
Well, thank you. Yeah, I am definitely hair challenged, and I appreciate your remark on that as well, of course. But anyway,
you sing a mean national anthem.
Well, thank you. That's true.
I didn't say good. I just said mean.
Mean? No. You gave me a good plaudit on that one, and I appreciate that. But on the hair, the day after I heard you make some remark, I rushed right into my barber and said, Neil Rogers doesn't like my hair. You better clean it up. I'm in trouble.
There you go. I think that's what put us over the top was the haircut.
Probably my haircut.
Yeah. Okay, nice going, Richard.
All right, listen, good for you, Neil. You did a great service, and I wish to thank you for that. You really served the public.
And tell Norman I'm going to go out and buy a Rolls Royce right now just because we appreciate what he did.
There you go.
Okay, thanks.
Take care. Bye.
Bye-bye. Okay, there you go. All it takes is just a small handful. That's what I've always said. They don't believe me. Just a small handful of people that are, going to make a difference and not just roll over for these political hacks. God, this is so great. It makes you feel like maybe we can say goodbye to Mayor Pinga pretty soon. You know what I'm talking about?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, goodbye. Good luck. Maybe he can elope with Ron Diaz. 567-0560, pound 560 on the AT&T wireless line. Here's Miramar. Hello.
How you doing, Neil?
Great.
On behalf of all the blacks that have a brain, I would like to say that I
I started listening to you about maybe 6 years ago.
Yes, sir.
And I felt like you were racist and didn't like black people.
Mm-hmm.
And I think what it was, the truth hurts. These jocks that run around that's illiterate and can't talk.
Right.
You're right. I mean, these guys make a lot of money. They should be able to, if they can't speak from the beginning, at least go to school or do something.
And if you can't even speak, then don't beat up your women and go to jail and sell crack cocaine and do all those things and then try to show the kids that's the way you do it and get, everybody.
Exactly. I was born and raised in Miami and Overtown. And I don't consider myself a black American. I consider myself an American.
Right.
And you say this every day. If you go other places, you really realize that Miami is probably, it's one of the worst places you could ever live.
Mm-hmm.
And
especially if you are black, by the way.
Exactly.
Right.
And George, in the beginning, I thought you enjoyed it. I'm just going to be honest with you. In fact, I called you one time and I called you a racist and this and that. But I've been listening to you now. And you tell it like it is, and if you like it, a lot of people don't like the truth.
Mm-hmm.
And it gave me pleasure to see Pinellas on the TV last night and this morning.
Looked like he was going to break out into tears.
He looked like he was really hurting.
Yeah.
And I listen to you every day, man. I drive trucks, and today I'm off because I got hurt on the job. But I said that I want to call you and thank you, man, because I wish some of the blacks down in Miami would get the type of attitude that I have and the type of attitude that you have, and we can make things happen.
Right.
And one other question I want to ask you, would you play that song? I know you and Geldy is like friends now. The song you used to play. Yeah.
You got it.
Okay, thank you, man. Have a great day, too.
You're welcome.
Bye-bye.
Okay.
But.
Yes.
Geldy. Talking on a sports show, trying to be macho. Your voice sounds just like a 7-year-old girl, a little sports whole shill. What else are you there for, Geldy? Talking like a baby who needs a little training. Why can't you understand? You don't sound like a man. Remove the rubber band. That joke, your throat comes, Geldy. You're lucky management don't care. 'Cause Geldy, you don't belong there on the air. And Geldy, the sports can wait till your voice cracks, 'cause anyone who sounds like that should find another job, and they should only take you back when both your BBs drop. Oh, Geldy, when you gonna grow up? You make us want to throw up.
Yeah.
You silly squeaky fool, go to broadcasting school. Your prepubescent voice makes you sound like a putt.
Yes.
You're a putt.
11:33 at 560 WQM. Now, Geldy actually turns out to be the strength. He turns out to be the pillar of strength in the otherwise marginal morning show. He be the man. Geldy. Now, Putz, Barry Jackass, just opened up the Herald Sports section today. Take a look at that picture, man. It's got Putz written all over it. What an article. Which sports are John Henry and Jimmy Johnson, Jimmy, and all these people who are calling the talk shows. And, of course, every other word in here is his name, which means that finally somebody actually returned one of Barry's calls, or maybe he's got Sagaki's number at home and he had a conversation with him, so he's got to make a column out of it. But my favorite part is where he says, Dolphins receiver Lamar Thomas also calls talk shows occasionally, often the kid with one of the hosts. Lamar wants to be in the media, says Jeff Beefo DeForest. Last year, he asked to observe our morning show for 2 hours at the Super Bowl. Lamar says it's better to be in the media than in the pokey, is what he says. 567-0560, pound 560 on the AT&T wireless line. Here's Pembroke Pines. Hello.
Hello.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, once you guys went off at 12:30 yesterday, I'm speak. I got no accent, but I'm in Julio. Yo hablo español, and I went into the Cuban stations, which I usually don't do.
Right.
So I flipped from one to the other, and it was like, man, it was a rage.
Yeah.
They had Brayman, they had Pinellas, they had the highly commissioners, and I'll tell you the truth, it was pretty entertaining. It was like everybody was in a frenzy. And I listened to it for a while, and I'm just telling you, they did something.
Yeah, they're always doing something.
They're always doing something. They were.
I think Frenzy
they were
is
hyped
definitely-
up. They were going crazy.
Yeah.
And then they, it all came out, and thank God it was new.
It all came out in the wash.
Yep.
Okay, thanks for the good news.
Bye.
567, of course, I think what really put it over the top was when I announced the shocking news that Fidel wanted everybody to vote yes, because immediately then all of a sudden the voter turnout went goosing up, and people that were thinking about voting yes, even for $100, all immediately voted no 2, 3, 4 times with those erasable pencils. 567-0560, pound 560 on the AT&T wireless line. Here's the mobile in Miami Lakes. Hello. And I do have the button punch, so either they're dead. Mobile in Miami Lakes, going once, long gone. Here's a mobile in Fort Lauderdale. Hello. How about if I just sit and let the dead air go? Come on, too. Okay, nice talking to you, too. Here's Overtown. Hello.
Hello?
Yes, sir.
Oh, thank you, Neil, for telling the truth. For the last 2 weeks, almost every day a flyer has been in the mail to say yes to this penny tax.
Yeah.
And I said no.
Excellent.
I got a couple of more friends of us together, and we said no to drugs, no taxes.
Right, good move.
Okay, shameless request.
Yes, sir.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
Yes.
Virgin Mary.
Okay, you got it.
Thank you.
Nice job, pal. Nice job to everybody who got off their ass yesterday. 152 degrees was the humidex or whatever they call that thing. And we had people actually get off their ass, sweating up a storm, making the effort to go down there and walk the 2 or 3 blocks or have somebody drive them or whatever the hell it was, or even you get on the Metro Rail. That would have been the best. I want to congratulate the people who rode the Metro Rail to wherever their polling place is and still voted.
No.
That's the best. I get turgid when I just think about that. Oh, Hemi does the news on Channel 7 in the morning. John Turgid.
Hi, this is G. Gordon Liddy, and they don't come any worse than Neil Rogers.
Oh, yeah.
Now the Pope depends on you and the powers you possess. Since you saved his life with your flying scissor knife, he's got a job for you to do. You have a brand new style too. We love the way you walk your do. With the big C on your chest and bulletproof in tight dress, defending those who are oppressed. Moves with the speed of a gazelle, sends the bad guy straight to hell. When a building starts to fall, with your limits then we know you're crushing crime with one mighty
Okay, 11:43 at 560 WQM, and now he walks out just at the point that I'm going to try to find the name of the song, because now he's got me going crazy. Joe Costello.
He doesn't know. Boca Brian will call. He's listening.
Well, anybody would know the original song. I mean, you hear these song parodies, and they're all great, but they're a lot greater if you know the original song. Now, every now and then we'll get one that either Boca Brian does, or sometimes on Satellite Comedy Network, and I'll play it on here, and it's funny. But then when you hear the real song that the parody is takeoff on, then it's 10 times as funny. Then you like peeing your pants. But the problem being that the Geldy song, I think Herman's Hermits, a British song.
Geldy.
I think you're right. Here he is.
Huh? Okay, here he is. And he's saying, what was the original song?
Dandy, written by Ray Davies, done by Herman's Hermits.
Dandy. Like I said, Herman's Hermits. Nice going, Neil. Oh,
Neil, God.
what a genius. How do you like that? So I knew the artiste. And you see, we wouldn't have needed him because if during that break I would have gone and got the Billboard book and just looked up Herman's Vermin, and then I would have read the list of their hits, and I would have said, that's it right there. And you'd have gone, God, what a genius. Not exactly a major hit. 5670560, pound 560 on the AT&T wireless line. It's All Request Friday because we're in one hell of a good mood. We got a great lunch from Wayne Arnold's and Hudson, who drove a Hudson over here. Oh, he did drive an Edsel. Here's Miami Lakes. Hello.
It was so great to see the mayor on that front page of the Herald today looking like...
yeah, with crap on his puss.
Well, I just want you to, I want to give you credit for 4 votes because I got my wife and 2 other people to go down and vote. The original thought was, why even vote? Because who knows what's going to happen with this guy. He says he's going to go against the arena. He gets in and then he switches. But my personal vote was a no for him screwing up with the arena, him switching the next
I
day.
agree. I think that's a lot of the people in the media are missing that point. This just wasn't a no on the transit and on corrupt politicians. This was a no on him specifically.
Absolutely. And Hank's friend, Raul Martinez, was very big in the Hialeah community.
Right.
Pulling the no votes.
One of my favorite people, that Raul.
Yeah. Is he going to be on Hank's show?
I think this afternoon.
Okay.
Okay. In fact, they're going to have Gary Sarner and Lee Cutler, Hank and Raul Martinez. They're going to be on Celebrity Deathmatch this weekend. 5670560, pound 560 on the AT&T wireless line. In fact, some of the people in Hialeah are high-fiving each other right now. Some of them are even eating Raul. They're so excited about it. Here's a mobile in Miami. Hello.
Hello.
What a thought that is. Yes, sir.
How are you, Neil?
Great.
It was a great day. I'm the one that told you yesterday about the statistics of Merit Therheim was on TV, remember?
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to ask you, did you see this speech of defeat last night from that little weasel?
Yeah, I saw some clips from it, yeah.
Did you think that...
Isn't it great that it was a great show of democracy, and even in the heat of the summer and the end of July, all these people came out, and in the back of his mind he's thinking, yeah, damn it, they all showed up.
Yeah, but, he was sort of condescending. I mean, he was saying, if I'm not mistaken, the way I took it was, we had an opportunity to bring this community into the 20th century, the next century,
yeah,
and make this a first-class city.
No, we're world-class.
You all voted against it.
Yeah, world-class transportation system. They keep using that term world-class. The only thing we got here is world-class crime and world-class corrupt politicians and world-class fixed elections. That's the only world-class thing we got here.
Absolutely right. It was really sickening to see that he couldn't even take the seat with a little bit of character.
He's finished. He's done now. He's dead
I
meat.
sure hope that whoever runs against him in the future somehow saves that film clip, because basically what he was saying was, you're all a bunch of morons who didn't have the insight to go to the future. And you know what? He's wrong, because no one's going to ride the darn thing. No one's ridden it for 20 years.
Yeah.
It goes by my office every day, totally empty. 7 cars coming and 7 cars going.
Right.
With 5 or 6 people. Let's just get limos for everybody.
Okay, pal.
Thank you.
Nice going. Yeah, goodbye, Alex. Goodbye, Alex. Penniless. I wouldn't be surprised if we get a parody on that one of these days very, very soon. Goodbye, Alex. Pinga. Yeah, I can just see it now. I can hear it. I can hear Brian doing it. And the song, too. 5670560, pound 560 on the AT&T wireless line as they try to slip you the Mickey, as they say at the American Airlines Arena. They tried to slip you the Mickey one more time, and everybody said, no. In fact, they said, no, 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 no. And I love it. I'm quelling from it. That's how excited I am. Here's a mobile in Pompano. Hello.
Hello, Neil.
Yes.
How are you today?
Great.
Yeah, I've been listening.
One of the great days of my life.
Yeah, well, I could top that. It's one of the great days of my life. I'm sorry, we didn't hear you. Anyway, I've been listening to you for over 8 years. I was hearing a few times. They used to do the Hurricane games for baseball.
Mm-hmm.
Now, what years did you do that?
78 through 82 on radio and then 83 on television.
I want to ask you something. Like, when you did the games, did you do like the same type of, I don't want to call it shtick, but you know what I'm saying? I don't want to say, were you a straight guy? Obviously not, but I mean,
no.
did you do like shtick?
No, not really. A little bit, but not very much.
But you didn't say anything like, march or run, look at him, you know, anything like that. Or,
No.
Or
No, but that's a good idea. I might still be doing them if I would have done that. Never thought about that.
That wasn't real funny. I mean,
That Spencer Calvin James in center field. God, what a catch he made. Yeah, that would have been good.
I was just picturing, like, because it's a college, you know, I mean, like, if it was like, you know, I mean, like, it would be like, you know, how everything's politically correct. But I figured back then they.
Oh, that's why they don't want any part of me now. They hate me over at U of M, and the feeling is mutual. They can suck wind, you know.
Hey, the more we hate you, the more we love you.
Okay. Have a great day, pal.
Take care.
I'll give him the phone. Great lunch today, Wayne and Hudson from Wayne Arnold's Royal Castle on the corner of 125th and 441 in North Dade. Only one Royal Castle left, and thank God. It's like clinging to the past, clinging to just a little tiny piece of the past. And what's wrong with clinging to a little tiny piece? 5670560, pound 560 on the AT&T wireless line. Here's Miami. Hello.
Hey, Neil, how are you?
Great.
What I'd like to say to Alex Panelas is, Chupamela!
What do you say, the chupacabra is going to get you? Something like that. 5670560, pound 560 on the AT&T line. We're number one in Hispanic men, 25 to 54, between 10 and 2 with an 8.5 share. Oh! So it goes to show you, okay? They may be silent out there, but they're probably diddling each other or maybe themselves. But they're listening. You know what I'm saying? I'm sure you do. 5670560. It's getting a little on the slim side now. They're getting a little tired of kissing my ass. It's starting to get a little on the red side. 5670560, pound 560 on the AT&T line. It's okay. We'll make it. Here's Miami. Hello.
Hey, Neil. How you doing?
Pretty good, sir.
About Pinellas, I voted for him by accident, but next time I will have a sign on US 1 saying something about the Castronians blocking traffic, and he was all for him.
Oh, yeah.
And I'll sit out there with that sign, butt naked if I have to,
right,
to get everybody to look and realize, please do not vote for this guy again. So I'm really glad that he got shot in the face with this thing.
I think Raul Martinez is the one that's going to take him on. That's the rumor that I'm hearing.
I hope so.
Yeah, I'm telling you.
Thank you, Neil, for everything you did.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
See you. I mean, Raul Martinez, of course, we know. He's an asshole. But nevertheless, I mean, it's all relative, you know. He's a great guy compared to this guy we got in here. And when they were blocking the streets, there was Raul out there beating the crap out of those guys that were blocking the streets because they wouldn't get the hell home. And he had the balls to be one of the few politicians that didn't jump on the Mayor Pinga's bandwagon. So maybe we can get Raul and Hank to kiss and make up. You know, go over to the Hialeah. Maybe Hank get a couple of tips. Or he can have Gary Sarner and Lee Cutler come in and beat the crap out of Raul Martinez and then kind of like even it all out. Then we'll start all over again from scratch. We'll scratch it together. That's what I think. That's my prediction. Just write it down on your calendar. July 30th, 1999. Raul Martinez, who never stole a freight train, but just about anything else you can think of he did. But nevertheless, that's the next guy you're going to have to deal with. Or we could bring back Wacky Xavier. Here's a call from the Keys. Hello.
Hey, Neil, how you doing?
Pretty good, sir.
You think now maybe we can get more than one basket open in a toll plaza with 15 of them? And
yeah, I think you're going to see an amazing turnaround all of a sudden. Yeah, all of a sudden people are going to come back to work.
That greasy little prick he is. I can't stand him. But that's all I have to say. My phone's about to die, and I just hope to God that someday we can get through the turnpike without taking half a lifetime.
Okay.
Go, Neil.
See ya. Look at that. Just when that beep came, when his phone died, that was excellent timing, sir. Good talk up. 567. What's the name of that song? Randy. Randy. Yeah, I think that's what the name of the song was, Brian. Get with it. Herman's Vermin. What was his name? Peter Noon. It almost is noon. I told you, all these things kind of weave in together. I'm incoherent. I don't know what I'm talking about. Maybe it's all these white hots. 5670560, pound 560 on the AT&T line. It sounds like I'm slurring a little bit because I got food in my mouth. Shame on you. Well, hey, now we can go back to being our ordinary slobs and don't have to put on this whole political song and dance. We got it done. That's all I can say. And George says, I'm the one that got it done. And I say, okay, I'll take it.
So did everybody else, by the way.
Everybody else says, if it weren't for Neil Rogers getting all these people off their ass, they would have had their 10% turnout. And that's the reason this thing got walloped yesterday. And I'll say, okay, I'll take credit. Small bills will be okay. In fact, I'll tell you what. All the money that they would have gone, I won't even charge all the money that would have spent the penny sales tax. I'll take a half a penny just for 6 months, thank you. Here's Margate. Hello.
Hi, Neil. How are you today?
Pretty good, sir.
Yeah, I'm a new listener to your show. A friend of mine introduced me to your show about 2 weeks ago.
Right.
And I enjoy your show immensely. And one of the bits I remember hearing was one called Sofa King. And Ever since then, I've been stuck on your station. I love your show.
Right. And you're probably even shopping at the Sofa King.
That's right. I mean,
Great.
I got to get a recliner.
Uh-huh.
And keep up the good work. You got a new listener here, and Viva Neil.
All right.
All right.
Thanks a lot, pal.
You got it.
Have a great day. I'll see you at the Sofa King. 5670560, pound 560 on the AT&T wireless line. Finally, I've been here 100 years, and finally something good happened. Oh! Finally. and the best part of the whole deal, it was a negative vote. It took a no vote to make something good happen. That goes to show you how many problems we got. But in spite of that, we just keep coming and banging away and banging away. I just keep getting off those planes, coming back here and wondering, why am I doing it? But nevertheless, maybe we're starting to turn the corner. Maybe yesterday, I know this sounds very corny and very naive, but maybe, just a little teeny tiny chance, maybe yesterday was the day this town finally turned the corner, and most of the people, the overwhelming majority, said, we're not going to be led around by the nose anymore. We're not going to just do everything based on your last name. Are you Cuban? Are you Puerto Rican? Are you Jewish? Are you this? Nobody gives a crap about that anymore. The question is, does it make any sense, and are we going to do something that works for us and makes life better? That's the question. Not who's your mama. Here's a mobile in Miami. Hello.
Yeah, well, a sad day for Miami. I still got to ride the bus. I ain't got no Corvette. I mean, that's the rich against the poor. The have against the have.
Yeah, all the people that voted no yesterday had Corvettes. I tell you, there must be a lot of Corvettes out on the highway.
That poor guy from over town, man. Wake up and smell the roses, brother. Man, don't be no Uncle Tom, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It ain't right.
Yeah.
It ain't right.
Okay, get a bicycle, okay? Go get a bike and get a brain, too, while you're at it. Oh, yeah. And by the way, the guy that called me about Amsterdam a couple of days ago, I forgot to mention this. How many people have cars in Amsterdam? About 7? See, if you've ever been there, you know the Dam Rack and Rokin, there's about maybe a half a dozen like wide streets where there's really any amount of auto traffic, and even on those streets they got the trams like running down the up and down the street. So it's not a driving town. It's a walking town and a bicycle town and a tram kind of a town. But the streets, most of them are so narrow, they're like one way, and very often you'll see either a car stop, they're making deliveries, and people wait 10 minutes while that guy stops making his deliveries because there's no way to get around them. Or sometimes you'll see people go in one direction and the other guy's coming along the other way. 2 cars facing each other, and the one has to back up. There's no car traffic there, except on the highways out of town. And this guy's giving me a song and dance because, well, of course, you've been to Amsterdam so many times. They got such great mass transportation. Of course they do. Because it's been that way for about 50 years, for crying out loud. Putz. And it's a walking place and a bicycle place. So this guy in Overtown, get you a bicycle, okay? Go steal one.
Listen to me. This is Stan Feinstein for Sofa King. You understand? Where everything is held to the high Sofa King standards. The selection isn't just huge, it's Sofa King huge. Believe me, you'll never shop anywhere else. And Sofa King's prices aren't just low, they're Sofa King low. You'll never find them anywhere else. Listen to me. When I say Sofa King has a beautiful store, I mean Sofa King beautiful. When I say the staff is helpful, I mean Sofa King helpful. Listen to me. Get to know the Sofa King and enjoy a selection that's Sofa King huge. A staff that's Sofa King courteous and prices that are Sofa King low. You'll never shop anywhere else. But don't take it from me. Take it from satisfied customer Frank N. Stein.
Sofa King good.
You said it, Frankie. Sofa King good.
12:02 at 560 WQM. It's a great Friday, a great day for the Irish, the Jewish, the Goyim, the Yidlach, everybody else, the Cubans, the Schwarzers, you fill in the blanks, the Colombians. 5670560, pound 560 on the mobile one line. Here's a mobile in Miami. Hello.
Hey, good morning.
Yes, sir.
You wouldn't believe the number of people I spoke to yesterday before the vote that thought the entire toll system in Dade County was going to be removed.
Really?
Yeah, they thought the turnpike and everything was involved.
Uh-huh.
So they went in right away and voted no.
You mean as soon as they found out?
Yeah, as soon as we set them straight. But let me ask you a question, Neil. Did you ever hear the story as to when the penny increase or the 1% increase would have gone into effect?
No.
Well, the only thing I heard was that the toll roads would come down the beginning of January. In other words, they were going to leave them up for another 6 months.
Mm-hmm.
But I bet you $1 to a donut, the toll, the increase would have gone into effect, next week?
Yeah, well, it's going to go up to $20 each way.
Yeah, incredible. Good show, Neil.
Okay, thanks. 5670560, pound 560 on the Mobile One line as the old tired downtown establishment structure comes crumbling down. Oh! That's the best news. And the Herald, by the way, stick it where the moon don't shine.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Stick it in there deep and twist as hard as you can.
Stick it up your ass.
All you phony fakers, Tom Fiedler and you grave robbers at the Herald. Carl Hyacin, there's the only good guy over there, him and Bob Rubin. And Bob Rubin has disappeared, basically, from the face of the earth because they found out he's Jewish. And Howard Kleinberg, too, by the way. No, not just that he's Jewish, that he wrote a good column. 5670560, pound 560 on a Mobile One line. Here's Cutler Ridge. Hello.
Hello, Neil?
Yes, sir.
Hello, Neil?
Uh-huh.
Yes, I'm Julio from Cutler Ridge, and I voted no.
Exactly.
And I would like to thank you for your last 2 days of campaigning for vote number 71.
Right.
And I have a suggestion for you. How about you running against Mayor Pinga next election?
Oh, yeah, right. No thanks. El Paso.
Hey, Neil, can I call someone a
They don't
douchebag?
have enough graft to match my salary. Yes, sir.
Hey, Mario, you're a douchebag.
All right, good job, pal. 5670560, pound 560 on a Mobile One line. Here's Miami. Hello.
Hello.
Yes, sir.
Neil, how are you?
Great.
Let's congratulate ourselves for doing such a great job here.
All right.
Yeah. And you're reading too much into the guy, the mayor from Hialeah,
Raul.
because he wasn't getting greased. That's why he opposed it.
Oh, he wasn't getting the piece?
He wasn't getting a piece of the pie. It was going around Hialeah, not through it.
Yeah, but can you imagine as mayor of Dade County all the action he could get?
Well.
Forget Hialeah, small potatoes.
Yeah, you got a point there.
Okay.
All right, have a good one.
See ya. 5670560, pound 560 on the Mobile One line. Hank Goldberg show 2 o'clock. Donnie B at 6 o'clock. Pregame show at 6:30. Marlins at Pittsburgh 7 o'clock tonight. The Marlins who lost 12-1 to the Philadelphia Phillies right here on this station in prime time yesterday afternoon. And God, are we embarrassed about that? There's only one thing we're more embarrassed about than the Marlin game yesterday. You know who that is?
Joe Zagacki.
Oh, God. And the rumor is he's in here meeting with Bluff. That's the rumor I just heard. Can you believe that? Because they already hired a really outstanding guy to do the U of M play-by-play. Guy from Massachusetts going to do the play-by-play. And now I guess Joe Z is going to do the color commentary. Anybody believe that? Isn't that an oxymoron?
Uh-huh.
Joe Z and color commentary? Here's Miami. Hello.
Hello?
Yes.
Hey, Neil, I want to congratulate you because you are the one that have the guts to speak up always for what is right. The city and the county, the more money they get, the more they steal and waste. Easy money comes, easy goes.
Easy come, easy go.
Right. Thank you.
Muchas gracias.
Bye.
Arrivederci. 5670560, pound 560 on a Mobile One line. We got 300 openings here on the board, and we got an hour and 54 minutes to kill, but who's counting? Here's Miami. Hello.
Hey, Neil.
Yes, sir.
Hi, it's a happy Foster from Liberty City.
All right.
Voted no.
Good job.
Okay? And, of course, you know, my congratulations to you. Job well done. I just want to say one thing. For all these thin-skinned people, you know, I hear you refer to our Cuban Americans as Julios, as us as Fostas. It's entertainment, people.
Right.
Get a grip.
That's right.
Get a grip. Anyway, I had so much pleasure looking at the puss on Mayor Pingas this morning. Before I even read the headlines, first thing that hit me in the face was that sour puss on him. Good job, Neil. All right.
Thank you, sir. God bless you. Yeah, that look on his push that told it all, huh? Like, what hit me, huh? Didn't know what happened. All those people actually came out and did vote. And don't try to con us that you're so proud of this exercise in democracy that people really showed up. I bet you they kept getting the results through the daytime and found out that, it was going to be 20, then it was going to be 25, and then it was going to be close to 30%. They were all going, uh-oh, what happened here? This ain't good. And any time you plan to win an election based on a minimal turnout, that's got to tell you that you're trying to put one over on the public. And that right there shows you for what you are, Mayor Pinga. Phony. Phony baloney. Little puppet. And I want to remind you, I'm going to cut that out of the paper, that one little paragraph there. Right there in the Herald, his good allies, the Herald this morning, he staked his political career on this one issue. Well, guess what? They drove a stake right through your heart. Just like Bela Lugosi. They drove the stake through his heart. Won't see him no more. Your political career is finito. Put the brakes on it, baby. You ain't going nowhere. You phony little lying twerp you. And say hi to Mickey, by the way, next time you wake up in the morning and roll over. Here's a mobile in Miami. Hello.
Neil.
Yes, sir.
Hey, how you doing?
Okay.
19-year-old Julio, voted no.
All right.
Moving away to Gainesville. I don't want my parents getting into that crap. So, just want to congratulate you on your book as well. And thanks for influencing everyone around here.
All right.
And one more thing, congratulations, Wax, on your first home job.
Okay.
All right. Take it easy.
Okay, watch out for that gator meat, sweetheart. Oh, that's what we got to play. Is that in here, by the way? Oh, God, it's not in here. I'll find it. How much for a job? 5670560, pound 560 on a mobile one line here on a great Friday, one of the great days in the history of this community. And like I said, too bad it had to be because of a negative kind of a thing, but tough crap. We'll take it anyway. Any way we can get it.
Friday, you bastard.
How much for a kiss? How much for a kiss? Could I get it for a nickel? Could I get it for a quarter?
No.
It costs more money than I'll miss. How much for a hug? How much for a hug? Could I get it for a nickel? Could I get it for a quarter?
No.
It costs more money than I've got. How much for a quick feel? How much for a quick feel? Could I get it for a nickel? Could I get it for a quarter?
Yes.
Would I get a good deal? Can I touch your hiney? Can I touch your hiney?
Okay.
Could I touch it for a nickel? Could I touch it for a quarter?
Uh-huh.
You wouldn't have to remind me. I've got no money to spend. Won't you be my friend? A dime could take us far. If you'll please get in my car, and I'll say to you, how much for a hum job?
Only $50.
How much for a hum job? Could I get it for a nickel? Could I get it for a quarter? Can I afford a hum job? A hum job.
12:14 at 560 WQM. So George was just telling me that Mark Vandermeer, who's the new U of M play-by-play voice from the University of Massachusetts, is a great guy. All reports are he does a great job. Best of luck, Mark. Met him the other day. He's a good guy. He's in Duff's office, and Duff brings in Joe Zagacki. Now let's open a mic that we got in Duff's office to hear what happened to Mark. 30 seconds with Joe is all it took. Mark is in a coma. Mark, wake up. That first game isn't that far away, sweetheart. Oh, God. The coma inducer. You know who I'm talking about?
Joe Zagacki.
Right. 5670560, pound 560 on the mobile one line. Come on, let's hear it.
Joe Zagacki sucks. Joe Zagacki sucks. Joe Zagacki sucks.
Okay. Here's Weston. Hello.
Hey, how you doing, Neil?
Pretty good,
Congratulations on your fight. It was a great fight.
Won the fight, baby. Even Gary Sarner never tougher fight than this.
But, you know, also I think Paul Casanova ought to get a little credit, too. Because,
yeah.
You know, he was really in there hammering it,
He was really in there hammering away, kissing the mayor's ass, right.
So, well, don't you think so?
When I think what?
Don't you think he deserves a little credit?
No, I don't. Everybody told me he kissed Mayor Pings' ass, is what I heard.
No, he wasn't kissing his ass. He was ripping him, too.
That's not what I heard. We had 50 spy reports on it. I give credit where credit is due. If I'm wrong, we'll find out. I had 2,000 spy reports saying that Paul kissed his butt.
Oh, I didn't hear that.
That's what I heard. We'll find out.
Well,
we'll find out.
Congratulations to you, though.
Thank you. Yeah, I'm willing to share a little bit of the credit. I mean, why the hell not? He steals everything else I got, so why the hell not? But let's find out. Let's get some Zeta spy reports and hear the story behind the story and see if Castor No Balls actually did do the right thing, because that's not what I heard. I heard that Footy sucked the mayor's rectum. I heard that Paul Castronova sucked rectum on the air there and gave him the opportunity and then tried to tried to quell the opposition. We'll find out, because I think this guy, he must be a relative. Here's Miami. Hello.
Hello, Nell?
Yes.
Listen, I wish you think the Miami Herald editorial staff is now going to move out of Dade County.
Oh, God, we can only pray.
Now that we're going to become a third world nation down here.
Yeah, isn't that something?
I wish you could read the editorial again from Tuesday. I'm sure you don't have it.
I still have it. Sure I do.
That's such a bunch of crap.
Yeah.
So I guess they're all going to leave now, and Miami's just going to wither on the vine.
The economy declines, the business climate deteriorates, the tax base withers, poverty worsens, and parts of this once vibrant community take on the look and feel of a third world backwater. How do you like that? The sky is falling.
I guess I better close my business up, board it up right now.
And what are they going to say now, by the way? Now, I noticed this morning there was no editorial, and of course they can always say, well, that part of the paper goes to bed before the election results were in. What are they going to say tomorrow morning in their editorial?
They might as well close up shop.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay.
Things are looking good out there in Silicon Valley. Have a great day, pal. Fakers, grave robbers, everybody hates the Herald. That's one thing. There's some people like Mayor Pinga, some people like Raul Martinez. Everybody's got a few people. Even what's-his-name?
Joe Zagacki
has a couple of people that like him. But the Herald, does anybody like the Herald?
No.
Even the people that work there hate the Herald. That's the best part of it. That's like when we worked for Paxton. We'll take the money, thank you, but we can't stand the management and most of those other people. We hate them like poison. Now, who was the one that was doing that log every day? Oh, you were, that's right. 567-0560, pound 560 on the Mobile One line. There's a lesson for all you young people out there, okay? You'll never take the job of a militant minority. Let me just tell you that right now, because she'll beat you over the head with her thing. Here's Miami. Hello. Don't give me any lip, George. Miami, hello.
Hello.
Yes, sir.
Hey, Neil, how you doing?
Great.
Congratulations. Great effort.
Yes, it was.
These people are horrible. You didn't read that they did have an editorial today about the election.
In the Herald?
Yeah. And listen to that.
Where the hell is that? I don't have it.
It's a thing. It's stuck in traffic with no vote. This is what they said. As with marital infidelity, public trust, once lost, is difficult to regain. The vote, however, creates this riddle. How can the present administration regain public trust if it is not given the chance? Really, it's unbelievable. It's only a riddle for the Herald, which is intellectually challenged by the riddle of how much is 1 and 1. I mean, they have often had many, many chances, one of which was like the recent vote on the Southern Bell contract.
See, that must be the date edition. That's on the editorial page?
Yeah, it says the Herald Friday, July 30th.
No, I don't have that. I have the good guys score about drugs and this and that. I got losing the... So evidently that's only in the date edition is like a whole different ballgame.
Hey, why not? We're in date, But really, I have to read you the last paragraph because in addition to their bullying efforts all this entire election process, now they're petulant. Listen to this. Gridlock will be a part of daily life, but as they sit behind their steering wheels, going nowhere, anti-tax voters can feel proud that they've had their revenge on those venal public servants. Unbelievable.
Talk about sarcastic.
Really, I tell you, the one thing that this election also proves...
Maybe the people at the Herald would like to pick up the deficit on the current Metro Rail every year so the rest of the taxpayers and they don't have to foot the bill for Merritt Steerheim and Maurice Ferre and all the crap they stuffed down the people's throats.
Well, they're just trying to ingratiate themselves with what they perceive as the power structure in Miami.
Yeah, too bad.
But the thing is that what this election also shows is that the editorial board is totally irrelevant to this community. Nobody gives a damn what they think.
Oh, no, well, you saw how much impact they had with those hysterical editorials of theirs and with all the muscling they tried to do. They have no clout anymore.
I know, but they didn't address that issue. They said about how this is a no vote of confidence for the administration, but they didn't say how it's a no vote for the people who are on the editorial board of the Herald.
With all due respect, the Don is slipping, you know what I'm saying?
Hey.
You don't have that clout anymore. Have a great day, pal.
Thanks.
Let's say it. We hate the Herald. Oh. Can't stand the Herald. Oh. Despise the Herald. Oh. Sounds real good. Makes me feel good. I get goosey when I say that. In fact, I'm going to go home and take a right on the Herald today. I'm saving it. 567-0560, pound 560 on a Mobile One line. Did we get any Castronova spy reports?
No.
Huh? Why the hell not? We got a big crossover between us and Zeta, don't we? There must be 2 or 3 people out there that like an omelet for breakfast. Here's a Mobile in Hollywood. Hello.
Hello?
Yes, sir.
Yes, I've been listening to you since you had razor blades on your desk at WNWS.
Right.
But I just want to know, how come we're not talking about voter fraud today?
Meaning what?
Meaning that obviously it doesn't work.
Yeah, meaning that we finally had an election
right.
where it wasn't close enough. They couldn't
exactly,
do it.
Where people came out and voted.
Right.
Yeah. That's all I wanted to ask.
Okay.
We don't talk about that, though, today.
Okay. That's right. We don't talk about it because we had more than 10 people vote. When you only got a very tiny percentage, which is what they want, then it's real easy. Oh, we'll get a couple over here. We'll get a couple of dead people from over there. We'll get Bert Hernandez out of jail for 2 or 3 hours. He'll manipulate a little over here. Too bad, not even close. You lose. Oh, yeah, the petulant voters. So, in other words, the Herald is more, what they're really saying, and that editorial the guy just read to us is, they're more in bed with the power structure and with Mayor Ping and all these other grave robbers and Merritt Steerheim, and the rest of you people can basically stuff it up your ass, okay? Like you just, are feeling revenge, and what are you going to do now? Because the sky is falling. What an arrogant, disgusting, obnoxious attitude, as usual. Congratulations to our friends at the Herald. If nothing else, at least you're consistent. And how does a guy like Carl Heisen look in the mirror and have any self-respect knowing that he works for a rag like that? Good thing he's making all that money writing those books about alligators. Here's a mobile in Fort Lauderdale. Hello?
Neil.
Yes, sir.
Great job.
Yes, it was.
Listen, I listened to Castronovo, and they were upset today. You can hear in their voices about the no vote.
Who?
Castronovo.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you can hear it in their voices. They were upset about it.
Mm-hmm.
They wanted it to pass.
Okay, great. 5670560, pound 560 on the mobile one line. He probably did. Maybe his daughter wrote that. Here's a mobile in Hollywood. Hello.
Hello.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, Neil.
Yes.
Who wrote Shimmy? Great push for no, man. Did a good job. Good job. Who is the bit on, okay? Who is that voice?
Okay. Drew Michaels.
Who?
Drew Michaels. You remember from IOD? He was there for about 10 minutes at IOD, that fruitcake?
Yeah. I remember that. Wife and I were driving back from Vegas last week. We came through, I think it was St. Louis, and we had a little argument because we ran across Chris Baker doing a thing, up there in either St. Louis, Kansas City, something like that. I'm not sure exactly where. And she said, no, it wasn't him. I said, yeah, it was him.
It is him. He's out there somewhere. I think Omaha or someplace like that. Lincoln, Nebraska, one of those.
Maybe Omaha, maybe. Yeah, he's putting on a stick like he's real cool, knows all this neat stuff. But when I had her hearing that bit, okay, I thought that was him, but obviously it wasn't.
No, it was the famous Drew Michaels who also said,
another break already?
Hey, thanks a lot, Neil.
Okay, have a great day.
Have a good one. You did great, bud.
Thanks.
Bye.
5670560, pound 560. So Chris Baker's still on the air in Omaha. It goes to show you what kind of a business this is, I'll tell you, doing that sit-down comedy. Remember his line?
Oh, my God.
Here's a mobile in Cutler Ridge. Hello.
Neil.
Yes, sir.
Paul Castronova licked his ass.
That's what I heard.
Your buddy Friedman called in, the guy that was going against the
Richard
tax.
Friedman, yeah.
They wouldn't even put him on. He said, we have a lawsuit, we can't talk to him. They wouldn't even put him on the air. They said somebody called, and they said that they had a lawsuit. They couldn't even put him on the air.
Well, let me ask you. Yeah, he had a lawsuit, all right, saying that he was to get the because he said the wording was incorrect. But if that's the case, then how come it was okay for the mayor to debate Norman Brayman on No Speaking English Radio? How come that was
but
okay?
when he called Paul's show, Paul didn't even put him on. They wouldn't even take his call.
Yeah, we had a lot of reports on that the last few days. So this guy,
I don't know what this guy was. I don't know what that guy called in and said that he was ripping him.
He must have had a bad bowl of grits. Okay, thanks for the good news. All right, just a butt sucker is all you are, Paul. Okay, that's all you are, all you ever will be. But keep doing that great show with those 70 or 80 people working there with you in the morning. 5670560, pound 560 on the mobile one line. See, if he had the bird on that show.
Oh, my God, your breasts are beautiful.
Yes.
But I know that you keep on checking out my side.
Uh-huh.
Don't blame you 'cause I'm very cute. Check out my breasts, they're poking on my lips and you. Oh! You come on to me and whisper things in my ear. And it sounds soft, but if you wanna date me, move slow. There's things about me I don't think you know. I'm underage.
All right.
17. You should be scared of me. 'Cause you could go to jail if you sleep with me. If I scream, you end up praising me.
lips are sweet. Daddy called the cops last night. My breasts are perfect and clean because I've had surgery. None of my skirts reach my knees. My butt just hangs right out
Rectum.
of my shorts. She's underage. She okay. You should be scared of her. And Rolling Stones that made her look dynamite. What a sight. She's looking mighty fine. She looks 25, but she's just a teen.
12:32 at 560 WQM. So Tom Green show, as usual, was great on MTV last night. The only depressing part is that George had me all whipped up about that Undressed show. No, you were looking forward to it. You thought it was going to be great.
Yeah.
At 11 o'clock, and it turned out to be a half hour. In fact, I could only last about 22 minutes, and I said, goodbye, I'm going to bed, of make-believe sexual tension.
Well, the one girl did pinch her nipple there.
And it was like PG-14, so as soon as you saw that at the beginning, or what do they call it on TV? They don't call it PG. It's like something 14. So you knew, what are they going to show, besides maybe a couple of breasts? Pretty weak. Pretty weak is what I would say, but it can't all be Tom Green. We got 600 open lines here, an hour and 27 minutes to go until the Hank Goldberg Show. 5670560, pound 560 on the mobile one line. I wouldn't be surprised if Hank has Joe Zagacki on today for a couple of hours. So don't forget, it's never too early to start with the no-dos. You know what I'm talking about?
Uh-huh.
Wow. Man, that should be a ratings booster. Here's Miami Beach. Hello.
Hey, Neil.
Yes, sir.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
I sold my house yesterday, but
Yeah.
Not before I got to vote. And I was really had a laugh at the way the ballot was written. Shall Miami-Dade do all these wonderful things for you?
Yeah. Well, like I said, all you had to remember was one easy word.
No.
And most people
right,
did.
that's
It was
right.
simple.
That's right.
Even the idiots could do
I was
that.
looking for my father's death certificate. I was going to have him vote too, but thankfully we
Thank
didn't need
goodness
it.
we didn't need it, right?
Yeah. Hey, Neil, listen, I don't know if we get your station up. We're moving up to Flagler County, and I don't know if we get you up there, but
No.
If not, listen, it's been wonderful years listening to you, and to paraphrase an old song, happiness is Miami-Dade in a rearview mirror.
All right. Good luck, pal.
Take care.
Okay. There's another guy bailing out. They're all bailing out.
Oh!
And more power to them. Going to places where there might be living and breathing people. Flagler County. Now, what is Flagler County? Where is that? Oh, I know it's up north, but I mean, is that near any place like Civilized?
No.
He'll be back. 5670560, pound 560 on a mobile one line here on a tremendous Friday. You can feel it tingling in your toes. It's either because of those election results or because
Joe Zagacki
is in the building. Here's Aventura. Hello.
Hello?
Yes, sir.
Hey, Neil, how you doing?
Great.
Neil, I have a question for you. I totally agreed with voting no on that issue yesterday because there's no way I trust these people.
Mm-hmm.
But let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
Do you think if this city had a well-thought-out, plan, a train plan where you would actually take a train, let's say from Broward or Aventura,
Sure.
down to Miami,
Right.
and it would take you to the places you need to go, like the Gables or the Grove or South
Right.
Beach or down, like real places, not just downtown for
Yeah.
2 miles there. Do you think that would be beneficial to the city?
It might be, but even then, it all depends. When you say, would it take you to the Gables, just as an example? What do you do then? When
Like
you
the
get
business, like the business district in the Gables, like
Yeah.
where all the law offices are, and like the financial district there.
Right. Yeah. If it went to the right parts where the business areas and where the heavy population is, yeah. But like they pointed out with the Steerheim piece yesterday on NBC, when they built the original part of the Metro Rail, they built it all where there was no population growth and nobody goes.
Yeah, because I mean, I go to UM and traffic down in South Miami can goes awful.
Right.
It's the worst.
That's that Dixie Highway thing.
Yeah. But do you ever think we will see? Because I think in the long term we will need a mass transit system that'll help out to take the focus away from car traffic.
Yeah.
Eventually, people might get sick and tired, and I think if there was a real train, a real city, not like this bunch of thieves that just take
Right.
everything and put it into their pocket. I was just wondering if you ever think we'll see that.
I don't think I'll be around to see it.
All right, Neil. Thanks a lot, man. You do a great job.
Good luck, pal.
Peace.
They had their chance to get it started 20 years ago, as Dick Friedman pointed out. And if they would have started back then it would have been fine. If Merritt Steerheim would have had his rearview mirror straightened out and run it up the old I-95 and out to the airport, et cetera, and so on, then all you got to do is you make a leg over here, you make a leg to the Gables downtown, whatever this guy's talking about, it would have been easy. But no, what they did was spend, as it turns out now, over $2 billion they've wasted on a train to nowhere. A flop. But we'll overcome because, quite frankly, you see, the problem with a lot of these people down here is they're very parochial. Oh, my God, it's so bad here. These people have never driven in heavy traffic in L.A., in Chicago, in New York, God forbid. So they have no idea what traffic is really all about. Yeah, there's heavy traffic here, especially during drive times, but it's not the end of the world. World ain't coming to an end. 5670560, pound 560 on the Mobile One line. It's just that they wanted to have a whole bunch of money that they and their friends could play with. Here you go. Let's see what we can do with this. Here's a mobile in Oakland Park. Hello.
Neil.
Yes, sir.
Congratulations. I was wondering, are you going to try to put a halt on the new baseball stadium also?
Am I going to try to put a hold on it?
Halt.
Well, what do you mean by that? Are we going to have an election on it, you think?
I don't know. You seem to have a pretty good input on what's
Yeah.
going on.
I'll tell you one thing, since he's so gung-ho about building it in Broward, if they want to impose taxes on the people in Broward, you bet your ass I'll do whatever I can.
Just got caught by a damn bridge here. I gotta get rid of these damn things, too.
Right.
Okay, congratulations.
Okay, thanks a lot. Yeah, if John Henry, who, and of course it's interesting that this pudwhacker Barry Jackass, he talks to all the people that you don't want to talk to, like John Henry. And of course,
Joe Zagacki.
Yeah, him too. And about Mickey Arison, how personable he is, and this one never stole a freight train. You know something, Barry? It's no wonder that you only talk to the losers. Even Greg Reed don't want to talk to you anymore, and that's really saying a lot. When a personable, gregarious, outgoing guy like Greg Reed finally says, to you, Barry, you've had it. Because you can kiss John Henry's ass all you want. The fact is that the guy's a billionaire, and there is no way in hell that the taxpayers of Broward County are going to spend one dime of their tax money to subsidize and build a play toy for a billionaire again. Already did it once. That was with money, from the tourists, allegedly. Most of it. For Baldy. But they're not going to get blackmailed again, And like I said before, if the Panthers would have left, okay, I'd have missed out, would have been upsetting a little bit, but life would have gone on. I'd survive. And the same with the Marlins. We'll pack them a goddamn submarine sandwich, okay? Goodbye. We survived without you. We'll see you. Here's a guy again, another liar. He said, when he bought the team, okay, well, if he has to, he'll put the money up himself to build a stadium. Okay, great. Go ahead. We wish you all the luck in the world.
Whammy. God, it sucks.
Yeah, baby. Yeah, baby. I guess you're supposed to know. I'm gonna shag you rotten. Yeah, baby. I'm swinging the lot. Hope you're not a fembot. Yeah, honey. Is that what I make you? Tell me, baby. 'Cause I need to know now. Because Dr. Evil wants to kill thee with my little friend, Mini-Me. Yeah, but I still think it's 1969. My chest hair is fine. Yeah, behave. Come on, baby, it's shagging time.
Okay, 1244 at 560 WQM, 5670560. We got 1,600 open lines, an hour and a quarter to go. Let's get with it, okay? Let's go. Oh! Come on, it's Kiss Neil's Ass Day. Well, I'm telling you, I'm going to have to go home and get the old KY out. Or what is it? Not KY. That's a bad choice. Wasn't that a real bad choice? That was like a self-inflating kind of a comment. A self-flagellating comment. Well, I'm telling you, they're kissing me on both cheeks because they said, you done it, baby. And you know what? Oh! Okay, I'll take credit. I done it. Here's Miami. Hello?
Neil.
Yes, sir.
How you doing?
Okay.
I wanted to respond to a caller you had about 2 callers ago.
Uh-huh.
He's a total moron. This is a driving city, a shopping mall city. No one will ever take a Metro Rail or any kind of bus here.
Well, that's why I said to him, when you get off, where do you go? Okay, it takes you from Broward to Dade, and then what do you do?
Even if you go right to the heart of Miami,
right.
No one's going to take that as any kind of money. You're going to go in your car, your AC car. You don't want to be in a bus full of Schwarzes and everyone else.
Yeah.
You want to be in your own car.
Well, how about if we had separate buses for Schwarzes?
We ended at 30 years ago.
We tried that already. That didn't work.
Yeah, so, that's not going to work.
Back
That
up
guy,
to the front again, yeah.
He's not getting a good education at UM because he's a total moron.
Well, but what do you expect? He's going to UM. What do you expect, man?
I don't know. He's an idiot. I can't believe he would say such an asinine comment like that.
It's called truth in packaging.
It's another easy Julio. What do you expect from Julio's?
Okay, have a great day, pal.
The hurricane f***ing blow.
Yeah, we know that. Hey, they're good for something anyway, I guess. 5670560, pound 560 on a Mobile One line. Here's North Miami. Hello.
Hey, hi, Neil. Congratulations.
Thank you on a great job.
I canceled my subscription to Herald over 2 years ago. They're still calling, trying to get... You know, here's another thing they write this morning in the paper. Of course, all thoughts of creating the kind of mass transit system that other world-class cities...
World-class, yeah.
take for granted,
you know
are
something?
forever lost.
I don't know whether to laugh or cry when I read these yokels down here keep referring to this as a world-class city. I've been all over the world, and this is such an unworld-class
Not
city.
even close.
It's a joke.
Oh, it sickens me.
They think because you got a lot of people all jammed into one part of the world that makes it world-class?
Yeah.
I guess Calcutta's world-class, too.
Yeah, Rick's American Cafe.
Yeah.
It's unreal. Now they want a 2-cent gas tax.
Uh-huh.
We ought to vote on that also. That'll only generate about a pittance compared to the sales tax, they said.
Yeah.
You know, but it still might finance a couple of buses. Yeah. That paper does this community such a disservice. It's disgusting.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I can't even wrap fish in it.
And keep in mind that they all moved out to California, and they're busy dictating to us what we should be doing here.
Right. From sitting out in a real city, they can tell these Julios, what's best for them. It's sick.
Well, just keep in mind, even the Julios yesterday gave them a big fat.
No.
So they're catching on.
They're
Better late
starting
than never.
to wake up.
Right.
Thank you.
Have a great weekend, pal. 567. We got 2 lines left on the board. An hour and 12 minutes to go here. It's getting really, really grim and slim. You know. Don't we have a Marlin game today or something like that?
Uh-huh.
Come on, let's put one on. Let's play the tape from yesterday's game, the one especially where Alex Arias hit the 3-run homer for the Phillies. Nice going there, guys. I know that was before John Henry's time. 5670560, pound 560 on a Mobile One line. Here's a mobile in Boca. Hello. Mobile in Boca.
Yeah, hi, Neil.
Yes, sir.
I want to buy a projection TV, and I'm used to XBRs. What did you buy that you don't like, and did you see anything you did like?
No, I didn't buy it. See, I thought I didn't like it. There's Ultravision, this Hitachi, but I do like it. I had to set it up and adjust it and watch it for a few days. I like it better than the XBR.
You do?
Yeah.
And is that the high-def ready TV?
No.
It's not?
No.
Okay.
And the price was a lot less than the XBR. Not that I was shopping for a price, but I'm just telling you, I think it's great.
All right.
It's an
Thank you.
awesome picture. Okay, good luck, pal. Okay, 16 open lines, 1,600 open lines, 5670560, pound 560 on a Mobile One line. We're never going to make it today. Just when I came in, you see, we're right back to where we were before. We had a couple of days we had him whipped up there about this stupid election, and now we're right back to where we were. Yeah. Maybe that's because
Joe Zagacki
was in the building. Maybe that's rubbed off on the transmitter. Of course, it makes you kind of wonder about this latest development that we just saw here now. You know, it's, maybe there's, some decisions still not been made yet, which we got our fingers and legs crossed. 5670560. Let me just sit here and give the number till 2 o'clock. That'll kill some real good time. Pound 560. It's a free call. We pay for it on a Mobile One line. The Beasleys pay for it. So what's your excuse? Here's Florida City. Hello.
Hey, Neil.
Yes, sir.
Hey, what do you think about Barry Sanders? Do you think it's his time to retire?
Pal, let me just tell you this. If you played for a crap team like he did all those years and took all the punishment that he took, why the hell not? He ain't going to miss any meals.
You don't think so?
No, I don't think so. He ain't going to miss any meals. 567. Of course, I really don't think about Barry Sanders when you come right down to it. I know some very emotional articles about that Dan LeBastard. Oh, what a terrible way to go out. You know something? I got news for you, Dan LeBastard. Barry Sanders has got more class in his little finger than you got in your whole putrid body. Just because you wrote a couple of columns that finally made sense after all these years, don't start getting high and mighty with the rest of us. And then, of course, Michael Mayo, who just goes the opposite extreme. Oh, please say it isn't so, Barry. Please reconsider. Like, how the hell is Barry Sanders going to change our lives? Who plays in Detroit for a horseball team. How the hell is he going to change our lives by coming back and playing one more year or whatever? God, are you a silly person, Michael? The sports people are the silly people. Don't forget that, okay? Yeah. The sports people are the silly people. And I want to apologize to all you golfing fans out there because you people are heads and shoulders above the football people. Because I never saw anybody at a golf tournament had their face painted. You know what I'm saying? Did you? No. I never saw anybody at a golf tournament wearing one of those stupid shirts, you know, one of those stupid outfits with a jersey, looking like a goddamn clown in a circus without the red rubber nose. I mean, let's get serious. I like to watch a little bit of football, not nearly as much as I used to because it's watered down. There's so many bad games. You have to on a Sunday, thank God I got the package on a small dish. You have to go through like 7,500 games before you finally get one that might be competitive and might be entertaining and close and between two teams that really exist. Instead of all these fans. That's the price you pay for greed and expansion in all sports. Is it becomes really watered down, and as a result, they have to put on all this other hype to try to make it exciting, make you think that it's really great. Oh, it's enjoyable, it's really great. So my apologies to the golfing people, because as terminal as your lives are, you're heads and shoulders above the football nerds. I'm not just talking about the football fans, but I'm talking about the nerds, the ones that call this station in January with football questions like weeks after the Super Bowl is over. The football nerds. I'd rather watch auto racing. I'd rather hang out with those people, okay, those rednecks. And Joe Costello, who's an Italian redneck. And I'd rather croak before I hung out with those rednecks at all that crap. But the football people, man, some of them have got a very, very serious problem. I don't want to pee on a parade because I know it's been a long, boring summer. The Marlins are terminal. They're like death. They're more boring than, which is saying a lot. But the football people are trying to send you a message. In fact, let's have a big T-shirt for all the football people.
I have no lie.
Yeah. Truth in packaging. I mean, now hockey, now that's a different story. See, hockey isn't just a sport, it's a way of life. I didn't hear of any call. Now this guy wants to know about Barry Sanders. How about somebody important? How about somebody with real talent like Dominic Hasek, who says it's his last year of taking all the abuse from the media? And I don't blame him. He can go back there to his native country, the Czech Republic, and play there, which he will, and make a fortune, and be the hero of all of goddamn Europe, and not have to take all the crap about, well, is he really injured? Isn't he injured? Is he laying down? After a while, that must get pretty tiring. You know what I'm talking about?
Uh-huh.
Right, Dominator. And by the way, learn a little English before you finally leave. It's only been here like 15 years. Here's a mobile in Hialeah. Hello.
Hello, Neil?
Yes.
You look, this is Fred Campusella. How are you?
Okay, Fred, nice hearing from you, okay? Call up and talk to, what's his name there in the morning show? Jeremy Schaap, ESPN. 5670560, pound 560 on a mobile one line. You know something, when they should have Jeremy Schaap on permanent on that morning show. Even I would listen. He's the best. I mean, he ain't no beefo, but, oh, sorry, Betty. Here's Pembroke Pines. Hello.
Yeah, hey, Neil, did you get a report on the Brian Andrews tax story 2 nights ago?
No.
He was in a clothing store talking to a store owner.
You notice how he flew up to Atlanta real fast? It took him about 20 minutes without the plane yesterday, yeah?
So he's talking to a store owner, and he says, so, say I want to buy some clothes for my wife or girlfriend, how much extra will the tax be?
And the guy said,
Hey, boy, what's that in your mouth? He totally stuttered before saying wife or girlfriend.
I bet he did.
So, yeah, last night, or 2 nights ago, I had to talk to my Nicaraguan in-laws. They were about to vote yes for it, and I had to straighten them out a little bit.
Did you get the job done?
Oh, yeah, they're unbelievable.
Nice
They're
going.
totally convinced to do it.
Good job, pal.
All right, man.
And don't forget,
we're not talking about women.
5670560, pound 560 on the mobile one line. Well, I'll tell you one thing, that Channel 7 newsroom, can you imagine now that they got the paperboy back over there? Wow. They must have track marks on the floors over in that place, all the people chasing each other around. And here's a mobile in Miami. Hello.
Hello?
Yes, sir.
Neil, congratulations. I was overwhelmed at that vote last night. I didn't think you could get it done.
I had a feeling it was going to get beat, but I never in my wildest dreams expected 68 to 32%, 2-1. In fact, I said the other day, I'm hoping for 2-1, and that's exactly how it turned out, a little bit more than 2-1.
Absolutely awesome. Especially the money that was spent, pro. I mean, there really ought to be an investigation. The Herald this morning had a little publication about how voters didn't have any confidence in their elected officials. Well, hell, the elected officials at Florida Atlantic University, or appointed officials at Florida Atlantic and Miami-Dade Community College, they spent hundreds of $1,000s of money to support.
Okay, great. He said bull crap. All of a sudden he disappeared real fast. 5670560, pound 560. Sir, you're getting carried away. You're forgetting you're in America. You can't say those words. We have the word police. And the word police, especially lately, are getting real nervous because they figure if they really clamp down and we don't say those words, at least in public, then nobody will shoot each other anymore, like that guy in Atlanta who went nuts yesterday. I'm sure probably heard the word bullcrap one time too much in his life, and he just went over the edge and killed those 12 people yesterday and his former wife and mother-in-law 6 years ago. If we can just crack down on language, people in America will stop blowing each other's brains out. So I apologize, sir, but you can't say bull crap on the radio. It's just not the American effing way. 12:56 at 560 WQM. We're getting kind of a second wind here today, I think. I can feel it. I can almost smell it.
It's a 1 to 2 hour.
And now, thoughts.
The universe is a strange and wonderful place and needs to be treated with respect. Cute and cuddly teddy bears can eat you alive. Always pay off your debts, because you can't always count on killing the bill collector. Be prepared for things to go wrong. They usually will. When something is out of whack, does that mean that at some point it was in whack?
Uh-huh.
When cheese gets its picture taken, what does it say? If you buy stolen equipment, make damn sure it can't be tracked back to you. If you stood next to Billy Blank on top of a tall building and pushed him off, he'd scream like a girl all the way down. If a piano player is called a pianist, why don't we call race car drivers racist? If people from Poland are called Poles, why don't we call people from Holland Poles? And that is the thought for today.
Good point. Okay, it's 101 at 560 WQAM. We got a couple open lines, 5670560, pound 560 on the AT&T wireless line. Here's a lady in Miami. Hello.
Neil?
Yes, ma'am.
Oh, wow. I assume that you have the same picture in the front of the Herald that we did with his, with the Mayor Pinellas and his hand on his forehead like, oh, I can't believe this.
Yeah, he's saying, "Oi!"
Exactly. I don't know if you've ever noticed, but the person who took the photograph, his name is David Bergman. I assume that's the same one that you have. And he's one of the fine young photographers at the Herald. Whenever you see a great picture in the Herald, it's usually in the sports section. I know what he does, a lot of those. It's his. I knew him when he was a little kid. He lived across the street from us 25 years ago. He's not even 30 years old yet.
Mm-hmm.
He manages to capture the moment. And that certainly, don't you think that really captured the moment yesterday?
Sure does.
It was excellent. Well, anyway, good talking to you, and thank goodness that we got it done yesterday.
Oh, thank heaven for 711,000 votes no. Thank you, sweetheart.
Right, exactly. Bye-bye.
5670560, pound 560 on the AT&T wireless line. You'll get in your car this weekend. You'll get out there on the Hershey Highway. You'll drive around, and the world will not come to an end, and it will not be any more third world than it was before, and people are not going to be moving their businesses out of town because this penny sales tax lost. Oh, yeah, the sky is falling. Just talk to Tom Fiedler over there at the Herald, okay? But he's protected. He's got that yellow trench coat that he saved from back in those Gary Hart days when he was following him around with his binoculars. So he doesn't have to worry about the sky falling. He's got protection. In fact, too bad somebody wasn't using protection the day he was conceived. We'd all been better, you know what I'm saying? Ahead of the game. Here's Pembroke Pines. Hello.
Hey, Neil.
Yes,
long-time listener, first caller.
All right.
I just wanted to let you know that I voted no on the penny tax in. No. No?
Yes, sir.
Yes, I voted no on the penny tax in. But all points aside, I just want to let you know that you're a gay Jewish fag. Thanks.
Okay, great. Thanks for the bulletin, okay? Thanks for your creative input. In fact, you can input it right back in your
rectum
where it came from.
I like those straight Jewish fags better myself.
Yeah. 5670560, pound 560. See, this is the problem when you don't have work for you know. Got to put these punky kids to work, cleaning up the crap off the streets, shoveling up the dog droppings. Got too much time to diddle around on talk shows. That's the problem, right, pal? Is that what we're talking about?
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Even like when I played he still didn't catch on. Probably a UN guy. Here's a lady in Miami. Hello. Lady in Miami.
Hello?
Yes, ma'am.
Hi, Neil. My name is Hilda.
Hi, Hilda.
And I think you deserve all the kissing ass today. And I'm here calling you to give you a big kiss.
Okay.
For yesterday.
Great.
I'm glad it didn't go through because, it was really stupid, the tax thing.
Yeah.
And I thought that it was really stupid if they thought they were going to get away with that.
Mm-hmm.
And by the way, that caller that just called, he's a total jerk off.
Okay.
All right?
Thanks, Hilda.
I love you, Neil.
See ya.
Bye-bye.
Okay. Oh, yeah, that guy wanted to kiss my ass, too. I cut him off before I had a chance. He wanted to give it a big kiss, and my ass, too. 567-0560, pound 560 on the AT&T wireless line. Here's a lady in Fort Lauderdale. Hello.
Hello, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am?
This is my first time caller,
Yeah.
and I'm in the hospital
Oi.
for my heart, so I'm calling you because, you know, Craig Whiting,
Yeah.
he says that you're his best friend, and he says he's going to give you a call sometime
I'm
next
his best
week.
friend?
Yeah, he said he wants you to go on his show. He's inviting you.
How can I do that? I work on this station.
No, he goes on from 6 to 9.
No, but I work on this radio station. I don't make appearances on other radio stations that I don't work on.
No, he just wanted you as a guest.
No, that's what I said.
Oh, you won't go, huh?
No.
But he said he's going to give you a call anyway.
No.
And I like your show, and you're very nice. And the nurses over here are listening. They said that you're a very, very intelligent man.
And I am very, very intelligent.
And they said that you speak very good English.
And I do.
All the nurses and the doctors here.
The noises. Okay, feel better, sweetheart. Take care of yourself.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. And tell Craig, forget it. 567-0560, pound 560. No wonder Craig sounds so depressed. I'm his best friend. Well, let's see. I talked to Craig in he's a good guy. I wish him all the best. But, you know, life moves on. Okay, a little bit in the wrong place there, but nice try. Okay, your head is just slightly off. And I think the timing would be kind of inappropriate if we let that go right now. Although when you come right down to it, who cares? Do we really care?
No.
No. Here's a mobile in Davie. Hello.
Neil.
Yes, sir.
Hey, how you doing? I got a funny story for you with the old folks that are driving. I'm a car salesman, needless to say.
Yeah.
In a place that sells cars to very old people. Yesterday, we had an invitational, come and get your umbrella. A guy came in on his walker. He must have been 90 years old. He forgot to put his pants on.
Oi!
He walked in the showroom with his walker with his underwear on.
Mm-hmm.
And his underwear were halfway down his butt and his crack was showing.
Uh-huh. Beauty.
Rectum. That is incredible that these people drive.
That's right.
They went right back out and got
Maybe he
his
wanted
car.
to keep, maybe it's more comfortable having his butt cracked there, so when he sits on those three pillows, he can get the right spot.
I thought I
can get a comfortable
until
position.
yesterday. Hey, could you request
Yeah.
Miami Vice from 15 years ago at the Hallandale with the people on the bus?
You got it.
Thank you.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
Little crack problem there at the dealership, I guess. 567-0560, pound 560 on the 8. See, that's another thing about the traffic in this town that nobody wants to talk about, whether it's the Herald, the mayor, or anybody else, because they don't want to offend any segments in this town. But the fact is, if you got all the geeks off the road who don't know how to drive, if you would teach the pigs that going a little bit over the speed limit is not bad, that the traffic flow is what makes traffic move in real markets, then maybe we can improve traffic in this town by at least 30 or 40%. If you got all the beat-up, old, tired vehicles out there that don't belong on the road, number one. And number two, all the geeks that have no driver's license and no insurance, number two. And number three, encourage people to zip it along and keep the people going faster in the passing lanes and the left-hand lanes. Just a little sensible law enforcement would help traffic out in Dade County. But God forbid that we should do that because we're too busy sitting here with our radar guns shooting it down the goddamn streets, okay? Right in business. Man, you talk about people who can't drive it for their life, to save their lives. That's why when they had the 25-cent increase on the toll there, like on 112, the day I came back from vacation from the airport that day, you would have thought that the sky was falling. Oi, what do I do? But, I hate to break the news to you, like I've told you before, whether the toll is 25 cents, 50 cents, $4.50, you still have to stop and pay it. Wow, what a concept. So maybe if they pay a little bit more of attention about those kinds of things without spending any real amount of money, they could actually improve traffic flow a lot if that's what they really were so concerned about, instead of all kinds of wonderful, juicy projects for their construction friends.
This is the most disgusting program. I urge everyone to complain to this station.
Dear Alanis, I don't know if you remember me, but I was the guy whose house you set on fire last year. God, I miss you, even though you blew up my car and cut all my hair off. I miss you, girl. But one quick question. Do you think you could let me know when you might let me out of this pit? No one's fed me for weeks, but I'm not complaining. Don't misunderstand me, 'cause I love you with all my heart. But if you happen to see my mother, please let her know I'm not dead yet. Dear Atlantis, I want to tell you that the guy you saw with your best friend, that wasn't me. He might have looked and talked just like me, but that's surely purely coincidental. I was nowhere near that place. I love you too much to look at anyone else. Dear Atlantis, I had a dentist appointment that day, and I was nowhere near the Sheraton Meadowlands Hotel. I would never cheat on somebody who treats me so good and wins all those Grammys, has all that money. Hey, come on, let me out of the pit, will you?
No.
1:15 at 560 WQM. So a couple of people faxed me this editorial, which is only in the date edition of the Herald today. Stuck in traffic. This is, you know something, I wouldn't wipe my ass with this, okay? Especially as red as it is right now after all this ass-kissing I've had here today. I wouldn't come close to it with this piece of crap. Who the hell are you kidding? And, of course, they're all over the place. Well, the mayor's been dealt a lousy hand, but they deserve it because they made all these promises to this one and that $103 million, yada. It doesn't say anything, okay? Doesn't say a damn thing other than the sky is falling and what are we going to do and yada, 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 huh? Where were you 20 years ago when you helped to push over that first Metro Rail vote, huh? All you fakers at the Herald. Most of these people weren't here then. I was here. You were the ones that helped to put it over, and then just a couple of years later, you were the ones that told us on the front page of Tropic magazine what a white elephant it was, what a piece of crap that nobody was riding, what a boondoggle, what a flop. Where were you with all your creative suggestions 20 years ago? All you mavens, all you experts at the Herald who know so much better than all the rest of us what's good for us. Like, now, I'll tell you what would be good for us. Like a real newspaper in this town, that would be real good for us.
Oh!
567-0560, pound 560 on the AT&T wireless line. Here's Boca. Hello.
Hey, Neil. How are you?
Pretty good, sir.
Oh, did you see the article in the Sun Sentinel, I think it was over the weekend, about the bishop in San Francisco that had to resign?
Sure.
And
I had that on the air last week.
I'm sorry, I must have missed it. I was amazed. The guy's a sex slave.
Yeah, well, they're just another isolated incident.
There's no factors in the church.
Yeah.
That's his prison, bitch.
Right.
Take care, Neil. Have a good
Okay,
one.
thank you. Good idea, by the way. Haven't played that in a long time. Let's play that today, huh?
Oh!
Let's do it. That'll kill some good time. 567-0560, pound 560 on the AT&T wireless line. All you silly people that are going to go to church this weekend and put money in the coffers there so you can continue subsidizing these corrupt institutions. Of course, it costs a lot of money, you know, for a guy to wear an outfit like that, you know. If a guy's going to wear a dress, it's got to be real. He's got to be a fashion plate. First, it's the collection plate, so he can be a fashion plate. Just like the Swiss Guard. They sure look pretty, don't they? With those nice striped outfits. 567-0560, pound 560 on the AT&T wireless line. Here's a lady in Miami. Hello.
Hi, Neil.
Yes, ma'am.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
And thank you so much for all your hard work. We really do appreciate your help.
You're welcome.
And I also want to tell you that I was watching the county commission meeting this morning.
Oh, they had one?
Oh, yes, it was a carryover from yesterday, and they said they were going to meet at 9 o'clock sharp today.
Yeah.
Well, they kept calling the roll, and they did not have a quorum until 10 o'clock. And then they wonder why people are upset with the commission.
Well, maybe some of them were hung over after last night's debacle.
Probably. But also, you realize that Miguel Diaz de Portilla and Commissioner Javier Soto was against this
Right.
tax.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I understand that while Miguel was speaking on a Spanish station, Pinellas had his aide get the communications director to recover the county seal on the podium and to take down the county seal back of the podium while he was giving his press conference last night after they lost.
Mm-hmm.
And then he wanted to know who...
So in other words, one commissioner can't speak like a member of the commission, only the mayor can do that? Is that what he's saying?
No, because he was speaking against the tax.
No, but I'm saying, so in other words, if he didn't share the same opinion, therefore he didn't represent the county?
I guess so, but it also smacks of communism.
Right.
And
Comunista. How do you like that?
Absolutely. And then
And maricon.
The mayor, they said that Steerheim told him to do it.
Yeah.
Well, when
I'm going to tell you something right now. Keep in mind, the mayor is just a little pimp, okay? Merritt Steerheim, he's the chigger in the woodpile. He's one of the power brokers in this town that's pulling all the strings. He's the one that's got the contacts to all the people who are destroying this county, just like he did when he was here the first time 20 years ago. The mayor, he's just a little weasel.
Right. You've got that. And it's just amazing.
And let's see him weasel his way out of this one now.
Right. I loved the picture in the paper today. The poor little mayor.
Yeah. Doesn't it make you feel good?
It does.
I would have it framed and put it on the wall.
Well, I'm going to.
Great. Okay,
and
sweetheart.
I think everyone should send sympathy cards.
Okay.
Thanks a lot, Neil.
See ya. Send it postage due. 567, then they'll probably want another penny sales tax to pay the postage for that. 567-0560, pound 560 on the AT&T wireless line. And this Maurice Ferre, you see that? I've been telling you this for years. The same old tired faces. Xavier Suarez, Maurice Ferre, Joe Carroyo, Raul Martinez. I mean, Jesus Christ almighty. Merritt Steerheim. Of course, I'd say let's get some new blood, but all the other people that ever held office or wanted to run, they're all in jail now. That's the problem. But maybe when they get out, a la Raul Martinez and John LaMello, once they get out, they want them back in again right away. Plantation, hello.
Hi, Neil.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, on the news, they were reading that note that left by that killer in Atlanta.
Yeah?
Yeah, his 2 kids and his wife are in heaven with Jehovah now. That was in the note.
Oh, is that what he said?
Yep. I guess maybe we should start putting warning labels on the Bible, right?
Right.
Because George was reading from those freedom from religion pamphlets, and I mean, something like if you can kill your enemy and his baby. So I guess we should start putting pamphlets because these are adults too.
Yeah.
We should get on this.
And it goes to show you, this guy obviously by his behavior was crazier than a bedbug, and like I've always told you, the more religious they are, the crazier they are.
Yeah, well, let's see if people get after this too. All right, good job on the tax thing too, Neil. Great job.
Thanks a lot.
Bye.
Yeah, you go into any large city, which of course this place, I mean, forget it, but you go into like Toronto or like New York, like Boston, and out there in the downtown areas, there are all these crazy people handing out the religious stuff. Oh, here you go, praise Jesus. And of course, it doesn't bother me. You just walk by and kind of snicker to yourself like that. Crazy people, you know. The religious people, the really, really religious people, those are the crazy people. Oh yeah, she's in heaven now, probably. And of course, his first wife and his mother-in-law, they're also in heaven. God, it must be getting real crowded up there just from this one guy.
Well, the other two had to go pick out a nice spot for the other one.
Oh, that's right. Well, they had 6 years to do it. They should have a real nice plot all laid out. And of course, don't forget they couldn't be in hell because the Pope says there's no such physical place as hell. It's a state of mind. And he only should know because any guy walking around with a beanie and a dress like that. Here's Fort Lauderdale. Hello.
Yeah, Neil.
Yes, sir.
Politically incorrect the other night. Jack Thompson.
What is it?
Jack Thompson on Politically Incorrect the other night.
No.
Oh, it was.
He was on Politically Incorrect.
It was incredible.
Based on what?
I don't know what.
What did they dig? What rock did they dig him up from under?
I don't know. It was something about religion and killing and this and that.
Well, what great timing that was after what I just said.
Oh, you couldn't believe how they made a fool of this.
Wacky Jackie?
Yeah, they just the host. He kept saying, I don't understand what you're saying. I can't understand you. What are you talking about? And everybody else, they were just looking at him like, what is this guy, a freak or a monster? Or what?
Yeah.
Oh, it was wonderful.
My favorite line he always used to have was,
"Get the Hoover out the moon, man."
That was always my favorite. Have a great day. Thanks for the good news, pal.
Okay.
Now I know why I always hated that show. Oh, look at that. I have one of these real cheap Galante, whatever these things are, and now we got our cigar supply from John Penis, who just came in.
We got some Hecho a Manos.
I beg your pardon. 5670560, pound 560 on it. I thought they're all Hecho a Manos. I thought they all were.
Of course, as opposed to the one you're holding.
No, I'm talking about Nick's.
Yeah, some Rosados, and I don't know what these other ones.
Oh, I see.
Bundles.
All the people at Nick's are done by hand. 5670560, pound 560 on the AT&T wireless line. Here's a Lady Mobile in West Palm. Hello. Lady Mobile.
Yes, hi.
Yes, ma'am. How you doing?
Good, thanks. Listen, I want to congratulate you on your ratings.
Thank you.
Excellent job. We all enjoy listening to you. And listen, my father, he's been bugging me. He's a long, long time listener, never called up, so I decided to make the call. He's been telling me about this takeoff you have of Eminem song, My Name Is.
Right.
He's been singing it every day in and out, and I've just got to hear it. I've never heard it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not really, but he told me it's excellent. He's always quoting from it and talking about you, so I figured I'd give it a shot, talk to you, and ask for a
It's
request.
coming momentarily, any minute.
Really?
Yes.
Sounds good.
And the song, too. Have a great weekend.
You too, Neil.
Bye. And congratulations to us, baby.
Oh!
Great ratings,
Oh!
great election results.
Oh!
Huh? Few calls this week for the middle of July. That's not too bad, the end of July. God damn, we'll be back on in August. How do you like that? When we come back on the air, it'll be August. Man, oh man. We're getting close to that Y2K, you know? Are you worried about that?
No.
No. Not if you got a brain, you're not. Of course, all the religious types, they're taking their money out of the bank, they're stuffing it under their mattress. They're going like that. Of course, they always do that anyway, with or without Y2K. Here's a mobile in Boca. Hello.
Yeah, Neil, your ratings are only because you're following the first team.
Yeah, that's true. I forgot about
You know that?
Yeah.
And I'll have you know that I got my Ty Domi jersey.
All right. Okay. Blow it out your ass, Mitch. 567-0560, pound 560 on the AT&T wireless line. How sad. How truly sad. The greatest sport in the world, and nobody here knows anything about it. We got a team, you know, or at least kind of a semblance of one. As long as I live, I'll never forget going on vacation last year in the spring vacation and coming back. And I'm over there in Europe, and I'm reading USA Today, and the Pavel Bure signed with the Florida Panthers, and I'm going, yeah, wow. And I come back on the air and they're going, who's that? Who's that? I'm saying, aren't you people excited? And they're going, yeah. Yeah. Of course, look how many years it took them to catch up on politics, and they're a little bit slow down here. Probably like 20 years after we lose the team, they've moved to Geneva, New York or somewhere. They'll say, oh yeah, that Pavel Bure, he was pretty famous. Yeah, he was good. But it takes them a little while. They're just a little slow. Friday, you bastard. Wait till you hear this even better news. Linda Tripp indicted in Virginia on 2 counts of wiretapping.
I can't stand that slut.
Linda Tripp's a fat pig.
All right.
Linda Tripp's a fat pig. Linda Tripp's a fat pig.
She looks like a guy. She's 7 feet wide. She makes me want to try.
Now Linda Tripp's a fat pig.
A chick with a dick. With 2 smelly chins. A bloated and ugly fat dick. She wants the media to stop abusing and ripping her an ass with songs like this.
Rectum.
But we find that amusing from that self-promoting ugly bitch. How much were you paid?
How much were you paid?
For Monica's Tape.
For Monica's Tape.
By Richard C. Mellinsky.
But Linda Tripp's a fat pig.
I wish you all would leave me alone. I'm just like every one of you out there. I'm a human being, damn it. Leave me alone, don't bother me.
Just who do you think you're fooling? You that obnoxious, ugly, smelly pig. You're really not much in a threat.
Indicted today, it just flashed on CNN, they were flashing it and the news too, indicted on 2 counts of wiretapping, and she may be going straight to jail. Wouldn't that be great, huh? The American effing way? Oh, yeah. I'm starting to get erect just thinking about that. Or maybe it's that alleged son of hers that's getting me nervous. Now, they couldn't really be related. Could you think they are?
No.
He's a ringer. Here's a mobile in Miami. Hello.
Hello?
Yes, sir.
Partner, it's the first time I ever heard your show.
Yes, sir.
And I was just going through the radio because I was listening to the Marlins yesterday.
Oh, what a bad mistake that was.
Well, I like them.
Mm-hmm.
But the point is this.
Somebody's got to.
What's that?
I said I'm glad.
Oh, yeah. I never heard your show. I heard about you, man.
Yeah.
And what caught me to make me call you is that I'm one of those religious people
Oh.
you talk about.
One of those crazy religious people?
Exactly.
Oh.
I just want to tell you one thing if you bear to listen.
Uh-huh.
It'll be short. That Jesus Christ is real.
Uh-huh. Israel? Is that what you said?
Is real.
Israel?
And if you want to know him,
you ever been to
you have to read the word and know him for
Lake
yourself.
Ararat? Mount Ararat? What is that thing?
I'll tell you,
The
Neil.
Wailing Wall? You ever wailed on it?
I want to let you know that I love you.
That's a hospital.
And the Lord loves you too, Neil.
Uh-huh.
I'm serious.
Okay, get yourself some help, pal, before it's too late. It's a big, wide world out there. You'd be amazed at how great it is once you get your brain all cleared up.
You know what?
Yeah.
If you ever want to meet with me,
No.
and I can
I'll
talk to you.
pass, though. No, I'll pass. And you see, that's one of the reasons that most rational people despise all this crap is because people like you can believe whatever fairy tales you want. I'm not interested, okay? No sale.
All right.
Okay.
You take care.
Okay, you
God
too.
bless you.
Yeah, God bless you too, huh? And now you can go ahead and sneeze. 5670560. It's the stench of cow manure again that Mandis is always talking about. 5670560 pound 560 on the AT&T wireless line. Here's the mobile in Kendall. Hello, sir, ma'am, whatever you are.
Yeah, he had to have been a listener before because only he then would know that.
Oh, that was it. That whole call was
even
bogus.
the Lord loves Neil Rogers.
Yeah, right.
You know, everybody
That was a
knows.
bogus call.
Two short things on my plate. One is lame and the other interesting.
Okay.
The lame one is I'm driving alongside a new Corvette the other day, and I see a sticker on the passenger window that says something to the effect of new generation airbag. Do you have one of these stickers? Or
A new generation airbag? I don't even know what that is, and I have 299s.
Neither do I. Don't
Never heard
know.
of that.
It was a new vet,
Huh.
and it had a sticker on the window, really kind of small. You know, like they have those OK stickers.
Right.
And this said like new generation airbag.
Huh.
And I'm like, what the hell is a new? Is this
I'll
one
have
that
to take
blasts
it.
off and doesn't kill you or something?
Could be.
That's really weird. The other thing is, I had a television accident. Came across Whammy the other day.
Oh my God! Yeah, that's a wreck. That's not just an
Wait,
accident.
gets better.
God, it
Gets
sucks.
better. Did you ever see Kenneth's Frequency?
Yeah.
Kenneth's Frequency.
That's still on?
Oh yeah.
Oh.
They had a doctor who does penis enlargement,
Uh-huh.
and he's there showing various different it's not fallacies. What would plural be of phallus? Well, penis.
Phalli. Yeah, fallacies. Fallacies, yeah.
Sword. And they have guests there, right, in the studio.
Mm-hmm.
One of the guests is Blind Mike,
Oh!
and he's handling.
Oh, no!
And he's
Oh, no!
And he's handling. And he's handling all of these different penis enlargers. And I mean, I got to tell you, I stopped and I sat and I watched the rest of this show because it was really one of the most amusing things.
Yeah, I'll bet.
Can you imagine?
And probably looked like he was having a good time,
The
too.
visual was hysterical. I mean, he was exploring each of these little devices that this doctor brought on. And
Maybe he got rid of the jingles and now he's into the tingles.
I'm telling you.
Okay, thanks for the good news, sir. Your phone's down, but have a great day. And thanks for the good news, okay, because...
Whammy! God, it sucks.
21 before... Oh, gee, I just knocked the penis over on the edge of my board there.
Holy Mackinac! This is Joe Bowen, the voice of the Toronto Maple Leafs, and you're listening to the Hockey Authority, Neil Gott.
Never before has one movie brought together two people that no one in the country really cares about. You'll be bored to death when you see Julia Roberts' big mouth and Hugh Grant's obnoxious smile in Notting Off Hill. Check local listings for theaters and times. Notting Off Hill.
So anyway, Hank and I were just talking here, so we're sorry to interrupt me. It's 16 before 2 at 560. Hey, that was more important, our discussion, than this stupid show. Okay, we're almost out of here. Yeah, Hank says, sticking to the Herald is what Hank says.
Oh!
Right, not just the mayor with his election, but the Herald got the real old shaft with us right up the...
Rectum.
Yeah. Nice going there, Tom Fiedler. You and your corrupt bunch of crap. I wouldn't be surprised Carl Hiarson's writing for some other paper in a couple of months. Maybe like a real one. Here's Hallandale. Hello.
Hello?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I'd like to say, I just wanted to say that you are
Yeah.
you are the best because you voted no on the penny tax.
I would just turn up a little louder.
Huh?
I said turn up a little louder, that radio.
Yeah.
Can't hear it. Turn up.
Alright, hold on.
Okay, now, hold on. Now, hold on real tight, pal, and then after about 30 seconds, you can put it away. 56705, because that's all it'll take. 5670560, pound 560 on the AT&T wireless line. See what I'm talking about? Workfare, man. Works every time. Oh! Put these kids out there cleaning up all that dog and kitty crap all over the streets. Doing something constructive during the summer months. Here's a mobile in Hollywood. Hello.
Neil.
Yes, sir.
Congratulations on the vote and congratulations on your ratings.
Thank you. Congratulations to all of us, man. We finally woke up.
Listen, I'm just wondering, did Hank's ratings take a boost with Mandich on for the last week and a half?
We'll have to check when the next trend comes out.
Oh, it's so much better. It's like, listen.
I'm sure Hank just loves you for that.
Oh, it's horrible. You know, for a week and a half, it was great. From 10 to 6, I listened to both of you guys.
Yeah.
Now I got Hank again.
Okay, well, call up Hank too, and I'm sure he'll love talking to you. 567-0560, pound 560. Hank just came in here and handed me a nice big cigar. Oh, look at this, Havana Republic. Woo! Nick, eat your heart out. Although we just did get our cigars from Nick's too. We got cigars up the old rectum. I feel like Richard Gere. Man, because John Penis finally came back from vacation. Does that mean we're going to get some new copy for some of those accounts?
No.
No, but at least we got some cigars. Here's Aventura. Hello.
Yes, Neil.
Yes, sir.
When Carl Harrison said that each mile cost $100 million to construct,
yeah,
I was thinking they could put a skyscraper on each mile of that road.
Right.
I mean, all it is concrete and a rail, and it cost them $100 million.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just amazing. By the way, I missed when you stated the numbers. Can you say them again, or?
Can I say them again? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I mean, can I say what numbers? What
ratings? What were your ratings?
Gigantic. We had a 10.8 share and then 25 to 54. We're number one by a mile, and we're kicking ass, and the whole station did great.
Oh, that's great. All right. Thanks, Neil.
Have a great weekend. Yeah, we're kicking some serious ass here. We're not really sure why some of the day parts, although we know that Ed's got all the compulsive gamblers locked up there at night, and most of them should be locked up. But hey, a little something for everybody. That's our idea here. A little something for everyone. Maybe we'll give Barry Jackass a show. Huh? That would be better than putting Blind Mike on the air. Let's have Barry. In fact, we'll tie Barry up in a chair, and we'll bring in some real skanky stripper in here and have her rub her breast up against Barry's rectum. See what happens. Of course, Barry's rectum, that's what you think is his puss in that picture in the Herald. Here's a mobile in Miami. Hello.
Yeah, Neil.
Yes, sir.
I just wanted to congratulate you on shutting down that a-hole Pinellas.
Yes?
And I also wanted to...
I did it single-handedly, pal.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I just want to let you know that they just indicted that pig.
Linda Tripp, I just had it on, sir. I'm 15 minutes ahead of you. We just had it on. Even played the song. How do you like that?
That's great.
Okay. Yeah, see, there's good things happening. It goes to show you. That's the way life is, all you kids out there. It's the yin and the yang. It's the ups and the downs, but mostly it's the ins and the outs. That's what life's all about, is the ins and the outs.